birthday. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, you know? Papa James. I don't know, man. I don't know about that name right there, you know? I don't want to be a dad, you know? I want to be an older brother, if anything, you know? Yeah. So uncle, grandpa. I did see a video about this really buff grandpa yesterday, you know? So maybe it's foreshadowing and everything. You know, he's doing pull-ups with chains and stuff, you know? So yeah, excited about this and welcome. This is our first, gosh, I'm trying to think of the last time we've done a sample party training like this. And I think, actually, I'm tracing back to our entire career. I actually don't think we've ever done something like this, like in all of our ARX career, you know? I've done one kind of back in our previous company. So quick backstory. So I've been involved in this line of work in network marketing for 8 years now. But my first company wasn't ARX. It's not because I didn't want to be involved in ARX, because ARX wasn't around. You know, who here is this your very first network marketing venture, your very first one? All right, cool. Who here has been involved in another network marketing company before? Okay, fantastic. So me and Bill, we were together in USANA as well too. Good days, you know. And we were there for 2.5 years, and we actually learned what was called not a sample party, it was called a spa party back in the day. You know, still called a spa party, you know. And the reason why is the spa party, we had a facial line in that one. So we would do actually like facials and like massages and things like that, you know. And it was always interesting because, you know, as a guy conducting that, it was always fun, you know. And then in ARX, when we got over here, we called it a sample party because when we first got started, there was no skincare line at all, you know. So how do you call it a spa party if there's no spa element to it, right? So we changed it to a sample party. It used to be called a sampling party, but then we figured it's too hard to pronounce sometimes. Too long, so we just call it a sample party or an SP. Okay. Now going into a SP, just going into our backstory as well too. I'm so excited that you guys are here for this because you guys are definitely interested in learning this aspect, and it's one of the most fun aspects of the business that we do. You know, so if you guys are taking notes, I definitely recommend it. Some cool history as well too. And when it comes to building this type of business, if you think about it, all right, when you look at ARX, there's actually two major business models that you can build this business with. Right. And I hope this is interesting for you guys, all right? Yes. The goal today is not just to teach you how to sell a product. The goal today is actually to teach you a skill set that can actually lead to a whole business model in itself. What does a business model mean? A business model means you don't got to be there and it'll perpetuate itself. Yes. A business model means residual income. A business model means you can be sitting here right now making and generating some money. Is that okay with you guys? You know, I'll give you a quick example. One person in our team that has really taken the sample party to the next level is an individual named Ava Herrera. Okay, who here has met or heard of Ava before? Okay, if you haven't, she's actually up here in Northern California right now. I saw she did a Facebook Live. She's at UC Berkeley right now. She's walking past. She was a UC Berkeley grad as well too. She's walking and kind of reminiscing right now, you know. But I remember for her, when she got started in this line of work, she loved the products. She got a whole fitness transformation. And then what happened is she was trying to find a way, because a sample party, and I'll go over the details about it, it's good for specific demographics. And she felt that for her community, it was the best way. So she started doing them more and more and more. And it got to the point, it got so crazy. She has this whole empire that's grown right now, actually internationally. You know, I think on average, this woman by herself, she's actually, if you know, there's something called power rankings in RX. Who here saw that email go out earlier this week? Okay, so in RX, there's a cool ranking system. It's kind of like, have you guys ever watched sports before? Yes. You know, and with sports, they give you stats and stuff, right? Rankings and who's the top 3 and all these things. So in RX, they give all the, what we call the power rankings. So you can compare your stats with the rest of the world, with the rest of the region, with the rest of your state, actually. It's kind of, it's exciting, but it's a little nerve-wracking sometimes too, you know? But basically, Ava is now one of the top 12 power rankers in all of North America, you know, which is a major, major deal, you know, huge. And that's out of, I think in US, there's probably at least, I don't know, 5, 6, 10,000 people, something like that, right? So it's a major deal. So it's a whole business model in itself that we want to talk about, and it's a bunch of fun, okay? So let's go out there. Today, the goal is also to be very interactive. Who here does not like speaking? All right, I know who to pick on first then, you know? Fantastic, you guys do, you know? But it's something that's a lot of fun to do, okay? So I'm gonna run through, and right off the bat, my slides are pretty straightforward. They're nothing like, you know, movie worthy or anything, you know? I'm not a very graphically, like aesthetically geared person, but the information I think is gonna be good, but it's gonna be a lot of fun as well too, all right? But let's get into this. You guys ready to get started right here? Okay, so it's starting out, what is a sample party, okay? We talked a little bit about this. It's a customer arm of our business model, and it leads to residual income and can become a business model in itself, okay? I know that when it comes to slides, you guys are probably gonna like jot down everything, which is cool. So I'll wait a little bit so you can write, and I'll kind of like, I'll just head over it. But talking about this, okay, in network marketing, there's two arms in RX, okay? One is the sample party business model, the customer side, okay? We can never have enough customers. But also what we have is we have a team building, a leadership building side as well too. And what the purpose of the leadership building side to do is to get more people to get more customers, okay? Who here would love to have like thousands of customers in your organization one day, you know? So why do we like network marketing? The simple idea is this: if you had the option, would you rather get 100 customers yourself or have 100 people all get one customer each? Some of you guys might be like, I like the challenge right there, James. You know, let me go for it. You are crazy. I'm slightly lazy. I'd rather have leverage right there, you know? So you want to have both options there. Does that make sense? But the sample party is a very important option, but it needs to be done correctly, okay? So, of course, also what I love about it, it's the easiest and best way to actually share all the RX products. For sake of example, some people say, James, well, how do I sell a product? That was one of my biggest concerns when I got involved because I had no experience. I didn't like communicating with people. I was one of those shy, nerdy Asian kids that if I ever got on stage, I probably would have been like sweating with a puddle right now. Like, I'm not even kidding you, you know? I remember we did a presentation once, and in the presentation, we do a front half speaker. They talk about the products, and then we do a back half speaker, okay? So I was in charge of the front half, and it was like a packed out room, 50 people. It was exciting, you know? So I got off the stage. I thought I did a good job. Back half speaker comes up, and he said to the audience, he said, I don't know if there was like a leak in the ceiling or something. But there's like a puddle sweat right here, you know? So when it comes to building up those skill sets, you know what's great about this is probably the absolute best way to become a better public speaker. Yeah. And can I explain why as well too? Okay. What I love about the products is even if you mess up your explanation, you have samples to back you up. Right. Yeah. Who here's been to Costco before? Yes. Okay. Can we all agree? For me, I don't really care what they're saying. Just give me the sample. I really don't care. I don't care how they look. I don't care what they say. They can insult my mother to my face, you know? Well, maybe not that far, you know? But if they give me a sample, I like them more, right? And the products, what's great about the RX products, and I'm so thankful that we are in RX because the products, they basically do sell themselves. Who here already has gotten at least one customer with RX? You know, Ben, this morning, I got to say this, man. Ben, we met up with last night after Academy, and Ben actually invited his first guest this morning, and Jordan went out there, did a presentation for him, you know, and got his first teammate on board, bought almost over $800 worth of product right there, you know? And you know what's good? The products are amazing. You know, they are absolutely incredible. Back when we were doing this with our previous venture, oh, it was much harder. Yeah. Can I be honest with you guys? I thought it was impossible to actually sell a product back in the day. You know, that's how we really did them actually, I know. But what I love about RX, oh man, it's different. It is different. Who here has used at least one RX product today already? Yes. Oh man, we got it flowing through our bloodstream right now, you know? Yeah. And when you live it, it's much easier to go out there and share it. Does that make sense? Okay, so best way, who here wouldn't mind being a better public speaker? Best way. The absolute best way, all right? So, of course, to sharpen it up, when can you start doing sample parties? Now. Okay. Actually, very, very soon. Some people think, do I have to be a health expert? Do I have to be a Deanna Latson? Do you have to be a James or a Becky to do this? Do you have to be a level 2 chairperson? No, not at all. You know? Can I tell you when I started doing sample parties? You know, actually, I'll give you a quick backstory how we even got introduced. I hope this is interesting information. You know, I like stories because I think they'll educate a lot more, you know? When I first got started and me and Becky got started, this was in the previous venture, we heard of this sample party concept, but no one in our team was doing them, you know? So we were at Berkeley and we would have our trainings out in Sacramento, California, okay? And all of a sudden, Elvis, our mentor, was like, hey, you guys should take a look at this thing called the sampling party, you know? We're like, what's that? And he said, well, there's someone in Sacramento that's really good at them. You should go join and go see one of them, okay? So after one of the academies, we went out there and we stopped by one of these sample parties with someone that was not even in our team. So we're kind of just like spectators. We saw one, all right? Guess how soon we started doing our sample party? Right after that. Can I tell you this? No one's ever done a sample party for me. Okay? Who here went out? Yeah. My first sample. Never. You know? My first sample party was my family. And I did it. Because no one was there. You know? So I'm like, oh, I saw it. Might as well go out there and try it. And my dad was my biggest hater. Oh, man, you know? My moms are a little bit nicer usually. They have to love you. They gave birth to you, you know? My dad, though, he held no remorse. I kid you not, for every single conversation, especially when I got started, we'd just be having dinner. And then randomly, he would just poke at me about this, you know? He'd be like, so how's that thing doing? You know? How's that pyramid thing doing? You know? Are you doing well yet? Why don't you go out there? Why don't you be a doctor? Like, you should, you know, every single, I'm like, I'm just trying to enjoy my food right here, man. You know? He was super negative. I brought him down to see a presentation once. And I remember he was one of my first guests because I want to show him what was going on, you know? He saw a business presentation. And he was sitting in the back. You know how we give him notepads and pens? So he was taking notes. I'm like, oh, he's interested, you know? And you know what happened is afterwards he showed me his notes. What he was doing, he broke down psychologically why we do the presentations the way we do them. He said, you're manipulating people, James. You know, something we teach, we like to do is participation, you know, being engaged, you know, and he's like, that participation, that's so that the people that don't know what this is are going to be even more excited. And I'm like, but what if we're just excited? Participation is not a bad thing at all. In fact, we just came back from church and in their training, they say, you got to be passionate about it. They're big on participation and that thing's growing, you know? So I'm just thinking to myself, oh my goodness. And some of us might have some negative people in your life. A lot of times they're your closest friends and family. And the only reason why is they think that they're loving you. They're trying to help you. And they're kind of blunt with you sometimes, you know? But then what happened is I did my very first sample party, right? I'm like, let's go do it, all right? I want us to have the mentality of, let's go do this. Okay, and I hope by the end of this, you'll feel like, okay, it's not that difficult. Am I losing any of you guys on this so far? So I did the first one, and oh my goodness, it was more than I expected. It was my mom, and then my dad. And then my mom brought 3 other mom friends, all right? So here I am. By this time, I've seen 1 sample party. I've been to a couple overviews. This is probably 3 weeks into my business. I don't even think I made a paycheck yet. I barely started using the products, you know? But I'm like, okay, well, I have the slides and boom, let's try this out. And I don't even know what I said. I probably butchered through all of it, you know? But you know what happened at the end of the day? I started noticing, number one, first of all, everyone that went there that day became a customer, you know? And they actually continue to use the products. And to this day, a lot of them still refer me customers, you know? Second thing I noticed, my dad was sitting in the back. I thought he was going to like hate on me and stuff. But you know what's so interesting? My dad was participating during the sample party. He was like encouraging me. I'm like, this is so strange, you know? And you know why it is? Because he saw what I was becoming, you know? And the easiest way to go out there and grow this business is to become more, to challenge yourself, step out of your comfort zone, go out there and just go for it, you know? So of course, I just want to start with that story just to understand at any point in time, you don't need to wait for no one to do a sample party. I had no title, no experience, no nothing, and a negative dad in the audience. But I just said, let's go for it, right? Okay, best way to, why do I want to learn how to do a sample party? Who here wouldn't mind a gigantic team one day as well too? I like to use this specifically, my style with the sample party, I use them specifically as a tool to help launch my reps, to really help encourage them, okay? And I'll explain that, and it boosts their consumership as well, okay? When you see a sample party, you get more excited about the products. I've seen so many times, I will do a sample party for the rep, and all of a sudden what will happen is afterwards, we get the customer, but then the rep themselves are like, oh, they had this product? They had this product? And they're like, can I get all of these? We're like, sure. You know? And that's what we all want. We want excited customers. We want excited teammates. Because excitement is what's going to go out there and expand this. Make sense so far, guys? Cool. You guys enjoying this so far? Okay, let's get into this. Next up, and Becky's going to go out there chime in at any time, so just flag me or anything, okay? Yeah. If you want to know, Becky is actually one of the most badass sample party experts. I like that one. Okay, she is good. She is so good, and I'll definitely have her chime in. I feel like her sample parties are better than mine, all right? Okay, so let's go out there, and we're going to set up your sample party for success. Okay. Some people think, okay, there's this statistic that when it comes to succeeding in anything, it's 80% strategy and 20% is in the execution. 80% the strategy, 20% is the execution. Okay. Who here has seen a sample party before? You've seen one? Okay. Who here has not seen one yet? Okay. No worries. Gotcha. Zula's seen one actually. I've done it. Yeah, she has. We did one for her. She got a bunch of customers that way, you know? Yeah. But when you look at it, okay, it looks seemingly straightforward. We just talk about products or slides, okay, boom. But when you dissect it, you'll notice actually where most people go off is they don't set up for it properly. Did you know actually over 80% of the success of a sample party does not even deal with what you actually talk about? You know, the slides are the slides. You can literally just read off the website, ARC support, and we'll go through it in a little bit, and you could get the information down. Okay, it has it all. You can literally read every line, right? But the most important part is how you set it up and how you exit it. And that's what I want to focus more on today. The things that people lose and miss out on. Okay, we've done, I don't know, how many sample parties do you think you've done in your career now? Countless. Over 100. Over 100. I feel like we probably did combined 1,000. I don't know. A lot, okay? Probably in the combined together, we've probably done more samplers in this whole room together, okay? And why do I bring that up? Because these things are things from experience. So I'm glad that you guys are here because this will save, this took us many years of failing to understand what to do. So I hope you know that before we get into everything, this stuff works. What I'm gonna talk about today is what we do. I'm giving you the secrets, you know? I hope it's worth the $10 training fee. Okay. Now, also understand this too. If this is good, we might start doing more of these in the future. But if we do, I don't think it's going to be $10. You know, you guys are kind of like the guinea pigs for this and stuff. You know, and some of us here qualified for the VIP, so you got that waived, which is fantastic. Who here qualified for the VIP event already? Congratulations, guys! Congratulations. You know, it's going to be good. Yeah, exactly. All right. So it starts with this, okay? Who should we do a sample party for? Okay. So we call it sorting the list. I learned this the hard way. So remember, I heard about this. I was 19 years old. And you know what I thought? And I hear this so much from reps, okay? They say, oh, my friends are so into the gym. They're so into health. They drink protein all the time. You know, they're like bodybuilders. They're gonna love this, you know, and that's what I thought as well too. So what we did is some of our first sample parties, our guests were classmates. Okay, so I remember we would do them in Becky's apartment in the living room, and I remember we'd be doing this when we were 19, 20 years old. Our friends are 19, 20 years old. We do our best job ever. We were passionate, excited. We knew it. And at the end, you know what the response was? Every single time. Oh, that's so cool. But I can't afford it. And then you know what happens? Nothing happens. Okay. And then all of a sudden you start thinking to yourself, maybe I suck. Maybe I'm not good at this, blah, blah, blah. And honestly, no, you're just fishing in the wrong pond. Remember, as entrepreneurs, our goal is to help serve people where they're at. Okay. So if you fish in the wrong pond, if you got a bunch of 19, 20-year-olds, let's just put it this way. Who here remembers when you were 19, 20 years old? Some of us are 19, 20 years old. Okay. What were the things you were thinking about in your mind when you were 19, 20? Guitar. Yeah. If I had an extra $100, okay, if you had a choice between vitamins or food, what would you rather have? Food. Vitamins or partying? Party. For sure. You know? Someone, well, James, no, but my friend's different. They're like health nut. Well, I want to go with the majority, you know? Yeah. And one of the biggest mistakes, and honestly, it's a waste of time, is doing a sample party for the wrong market. Yeah. You know? You can, but you know what's, I just look at it as practice. Yeah. But don't expect to, what's our goal? Our goal, starting with the standard, I want you to learn things that will make you money. You know? That at the end of the day, that's what we want to help to increase our lifestyle, right? So sorting, okay? So what do we look for? Number one, a type of person out there. Probably around 28 years old plus. All right? Now, there's exceptions to this, but more generally, around the more mature demographic right there. They have a stable career. Why? I don't want just a one-time sale. Who here wants residual income? Okay? Residual comes from people that can afford to continue selling the products. Kind of self-explanatory, right? Can you imagine you get your college buddy on board and they might get, you know what also might happen? You can do it for a younger market. They tend to do this. They'll buy a toothpaste or a MOA or basically one of the, well, they'll look at the list. They'll be like, what's the cheapest thing? And you know why they buy that? Because they feel sorry for you. Like, oh, they were so passionate. Let me just buy something. I'm on. That's how they feel, you know? But do you think next month they're going to buy more? No, you know? So I want to make sure they have a stable career, okay? And they're going to continue to use the product. Do people stay on auto delivery? Oh, yeah. We did a sample party for Hill this last week. Got his first customer. This person, she's around, what, 50? Probably something like that. She said this to us. She said, James, you know, I've joined a lot of these different companies, like over 10 of them or something. But there's this one company, it's called Juice Plus. They sell juice and pills and things like that, right? She said, I've been using their products for 20 years. Wow. She said, I didn't make any money off it, but I like their product. Who here wouldn't mind a customer that buys for 20 years? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's why I like being in RX, because the products, they have a lot of staying power because you feel an experience, right? And number three, health conscious. Okay? The saying is you can lead a horse up to water, but you can't force them to drink. Sometimes people think, I'm going to take the most unhealthy person in the world. I'm going to change your life right now. Okay? They're a drinker, smoker. They don't care about anything, you know. Fast food eating, non-gym going, whatever. And they swear off anyone that mentions the word vegan or organic, you know. That I'm going to go for them. And what I'll say is, why make your job so hard? You know? We want to help people where they're at. Okay? So if they're not looking, you know what I would do though? I would inspire them through your lifestyle. And one day they will have an opportunity where they will be more health conscious. But at the moment, why waste your breath? You know, there's people that need it right now and want it, and they are looking for it. Okay? So make sure those are there at that sort.
So when it comes to sorting, I also want to add from a health perspective, if you're one of those people, and you're going to have those people in your team too, where they're just passionate about helping people. This is not just all about money, right? The reason we work for this company, a lot of it deals with the, like, how rewarding it feels when you see a health transformation in someone. So if you ask yourself, okay, if this person only bought one product once, they're really not going to get amazing results. Maybe SlenderX, right? They can lose some weight on SlenderX, but that's pretty much everything. Like if you get them on a supplement for 1 month, it's not really going to do that big of a difference for them. I mean, they should be on the product for at least 6 months, right? So that's why sorting is so important, because if you're talking to people that are just buying it once, it's almost a waste of money for them, because it's not really going to do anything if they don't stay on the product. That's why it's so important to make sure you sort properly, because you don't want you. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. So yeah, and also when it comes to uplines, who here does want to build a team in your business? Gigantic organization one day. Uplines, it's our responsibility to help our teammates navigate through their list. All right, this will happen, and you're gonna think 2 ways. Okay, you're gonna have a new rep. They're gonna come up to you, Kenneth. They're like, "Hey, I got the perfect candidate in mind. They're just like me. They love the gym. They're like super into this. They're like 22 years old. I know they're going to love the products. Can we do a sample party for them?" And at this point, you have an option of saying yes or no and explain why. Okay. As uplines, our goal is to help them get results. So it's our job to educate them on why that's not the best, wisest answer. Does that make sense? So I do a lot. All right. So sorting, so important. Okay. All right. Any questions on this so far? Perfect. Next up, a little bit of inviting. A little bit. I should have made these much more condensed and do 1 point at a time. So, perfect. Okay. There's many different ways to invite. Many different ways. I have found now, and I'll explain to you why this happened as well too. There's a lot. Okay. And they all work, but I want one now, and we haven't really taught this too much. I'll give you a quick story. So we're expanding in Sacramento earlier this year. We have a teammate, Maria, out in Sacramento. And Maria went out there, and we were doing one sample party for her. She had one guest that actually was inviting like 5 other guests to the sample party. And when we got there, it was pretty packed. And we were wondering, what did this guest, no training, say bring other people there, right? So fortunately, we had a screenshot of the message that she had sent. And when we looked at it, we're like, that's really good. We had a guest actually teach an invite that works. Okay? So I like it this way. I think it's the most straightforward way as well too. Okay? So think of someone you have in mind. Who here is someone you have in mind that is a qualified sample party candidate that you feel could benefit from the products by raise of hand? Okay, Christine, who's someone you're thinking about?
So I have 2 coworkers.
2 coworkers, perfect.
They're both, one of them definitely wants to lose weight.
They want to lose weight.
A health nut, and she's more into wanting to have, she doesn't take any sort of vitamins or supplements at all.
Okay, gotcha.
And she
Gotcha.
has a whole team of yogi people.
Ah, got it.
So I think
Got it.
is going to be a fairly large group.
Okay, gotcha. Sounds good. All right. So the second one will be interesting, especially if they don't like supplements. I lean off like the essential oils and things like that.
Okay.
But the first one, I think that'll be the one that I would go for first. Okay. So for example, let's say they want to lose weight. Who here knows someone that wants to lose weight? Yeah. If we're to break it down now, RX, what's great and great, there's a couple categories that there is now. One is weight loss, right? Which is a mass majority of people. Another is beauty.
Yeah.
And I think the other category I would say would be general health. I know. Nutrition. Any other categories you think? Those are the main 80%. 80%. You're going to have some of your apocalyptic zombie preparedness people that will love the purity like that. You know, some extreme hikers. That's a very big minority, right? But the majority will be in one of those categories right there. So let's talk about weight loss, okay? How would I go out there and invite them if I were Christine? Okay, what's your friend's name, Christine? Saji. Fantastic. Okay. So let's say I am you. You are Saji. Okay. Mind if we get the mic as well too so we can record this? Your voice is going to go down in recording history. All right, fantastic. Okay, so this is kind of what I would do. Okay, and honestly, there's no wrong way to invite with the sample party. It's pretty straightforward, but you can do something like this. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here. Okay, since I'm giving you a call, I'm you.
Okay.
All right, ring ring.
Hello.
Hey, is this Saji?
Yes.
Hey, it's Christine. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Hey, I'm so good. I'm so excited I got a hold of you. But I don't know if you know, but I've been getting into my health really recently. And I've been trying these new products. I already lost 5 pounds in the first week. Like, it's crazy.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
impressive. So what is it?
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to share that with you because I know you were looking to lose weight and things like that. But I wanted to actually introduce you to someone that I knew. Okay? And let's just say it's Kenneth. You know? Well, my significant other, Kenneth, he's actually known about these products for a long time. He just lost 9 pounds in like 6 days on this. You know?
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah. And, you know, he's known a lot of people that have used this and he's helped a lot of people too. And he's actually going to be giving this sample party. You get free samples. It's going to be a lot of fun. You know, you don't have to buy anything. But I think you're going to love it. And if you're interested, I can bring some friends with me. You know? But yeah, Kenneth, he said that he's free actually tonight or tomorrow night. Which time would work for you?
Oh, okay. I think I can do tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night? Sounds good. Well, we can come over. This way it's easy for you. And yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. All right. And hey, Saji, do you have any friends that you think would be interested in weight loss as well too?
Oh yeah, I can think of at least 4 girlfriends.
Why don't we bring them as well? I think everyone's going to love it. All right.
Awesome.
Yeah. And are you sure you can make it?
Yes.
Okay. Because I'm going to let my boyfriend know, you know? And yeah. It's going to come down. Perfect.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good
Fantastic.
intro.
I
Thank
can't
you.
wait. This is going to be a lot of
I
fun. You're going to love
appreciate
this.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right. Let's give Christine a round of applause. Do you think that would work?
Yeah.
Can you plug in Jove? You know, can you plug in nutrition? All these. That's assuming you're bringing in another product expert. You can do it with yourself as well too. You know, remember, that's all I do. I wish I had an upline I could just leverage. So nice. So nice, you know. But yeah, you can totally do that. Any questions on this invite? Pretty straightforward. It's very easy. All right. The product itself is itself. All right. So we got that part done. Okay. So you sorted, you invited. Now you have your SP kit. Your SP kit. Okay. So let me go out there and share with you what is in here. Have you guys seen one of these before? Stair lights. Okay. You can get these at Walmart. They cost maybe like, I don't know, $5. But it's going to be the best $5 investment you've had your entire life. I think we've had this one for probably 6 years. It's been a long time, okay? I'll give you the basics of what you need in your SP kit for it to be effective, okay? And honestly, you know, when I'm in building mode, I tend to have an SP kit on me in my car at all times because you just never know, you know? Lily, one of our presidents, she would tell me this, that she would just randomly meet up with people to hang out. And all of a sudden, the topic of health would come up. And I get a message. She's like, yeah, somehow I ended up pulling out my SP kit from my car. We did a sample party, and she walked out with an ultimate pack. Yeah. And I'm like, what the heck? You know? But can you imagine she'd have her kit ready with her? You know? The saying is, I'd rather be properly prepared with an opportunity without an opportunity without being properly prepared. Yeah. Okay? So, what is in here? And feel free to say anything at any time, Dave. You know, I don't want to be a stage hog today. Okay. So what do you want? Okay. So I like to bring an entire product display. Okay. So if you guys say, for example, like up there, like that's a product display you can bring, you can put that all into your kit right here. And the reason why is this. Okay. Visuals are always better. I've seen this happen so many times. I've done sample parties without a kit, like without the products. I've done sample parties with the products. What happens is when you have the products with you, you go through the entire presentation. By the end, they forgot everything. Yeah. Okay? They're like, what was this? What was this? What was this? And can you imagine a product display? What will happen is it will come up and they'll be like, you'll see them. They're like, what was this again? Yes. And they'll like grab them. They'll touch them. Even if there's no product in it. They just like grabbing stuff. You know? I think we're all like grown-up kids, you know? Like we just like touching stuff. It's like, oh, is this real, you know? And you'll see them. You know what happens? Even though they know it's empty, they'll open it, they'll smell it. Like they do these things, you know? And that's great because when it's more visual, it's much easier to go out there and talk about, okay? So what you want is, though, a couple things. So samples. What would I sample? Okay? More samples are better, but there's some specific that are the most powerful ones. Jove tightener, obviously. That one's so exciting to watch. Who here's already seen someone use Jove or applied it to someone live before? You know? And what's the response usually like? Yeah, exactly. Just like what Stephanie said, you know? It's so exciting, you know? So those are an incredible one. The brightener is great. You can bring the night cream if you want as well too. Rejuvenex. If it's a daytime one, I tend to give a Rejuvenex before everything. So by the time you're talking, they're like focused. And usually by the time I'm in Rejuvenex, I'm like, hey, did you feel that, Bill? You know, do you feel focused right now? You know, that was the Rejuvenex. Right? They're like, oh, I do feel like, oh, this feels good, you know. So Rejuvenex is great. The Pure Nourish, of course, I love sampling the shake. And we have found throughout the years, the best combination that works for a majority of people, bring your Pure Nourish natural, the Power Boost specifically, and then some unsweetened almond milk. Okay? Key, make sure it tastes good.
Yeah.
I'll be honest, all right? People understand health. People know it's important, but people like taste. I remember there was a V8, you know, that juice thing. It's supposed to be, I'm pretty sure it's not healthy, but when I was growing up, I thought that was like the healthiest thing in the world. And it tasted healthy. And because it tasted healthy, I did not like it, you know? So I've seen this happen so many times, okay? You make the shake. I'd recommend pre-make it, cool it. Oh, can you imagine drinking a shake that's warm?
Yes.
Oh. Or this happens as well too. You drink the shake, it's clumpy still.
Yeah.
Or you drink the shake and it's the wrong proportions, you know? And then you know what happens? Like you just lost it there. Because that experience, they now feel everything is like that.
And especially if you're a little bit clumsy, like me, you want to make it beforehand because sometimes there's so much going on. Like I've literally been in sample parties where I had the rep make the shake and they didn't cap the top part and it like spilled everywhere. So now
Robert,
the whole like now everybody's like busy cleaning up rather than paying attention to the information and they're thinking, oh my gosh, my carpet's stained. Like, you know, so they're not paying attention anymore and it just doesn't look professional. Right? So these little details are so crucial. You want to make it look you want to make it look like you've done it before,
right?
You know.
Exactly.
So the easiest way is just do it beforehand. Put it in a cooler bag with some ice packs to keep it cool, and that way you can bring it there and you have it already, you know, set up.
Exactly. Right? Exactly. Yep. So make your shake. Taste test it.
Yep.
Try it. If you don't like it, they're probably not going to like it. That is a good question to ask as well too. Yeah,
ask if they have like
almond allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had that every now and then. They're like, "Oh, I am allergic." And like, "Okay, good to know." You know, so bring some extras with you just in case too. You know, great question. Yeah, can you imagine this week someone's like, "My customer just went to the hospital." Oh, whoops! No, running away. So you got that going on. Prime oils are amazing. There's so many. They sell themselves. I brought them once. We were doing a sample party, and this rep got started the day before, set up one the next day. You know, and instantly when we went in, they had a little Chihuahua. You know, and the Chihuahua was just like barking like crazy. Like it was so yappy. It even had those shot collars. Even through that, it was still barking. You know, we're like, man, this one don't care. You know. So fortunately, we brought our essential oils, and I know calms everyone, you know. And I'm like, did you guys know that this is an essential oil that can not just help you but also help out pets? They're like, really? Now? So we took out the calm, put it onto that dog, and within a minute, like it was just barking. It was just like docile. And right off the bat, we didn't even start yet. They're like, I'm buying it. You know. And they bought, I think, like, gosh, over 500 points worth of products that day. You know. Temples, yeah. Anywhere you want. splash in their eyes. No, I'm just kidding. That's horrible. That's so bad. PETA would not like this. Okay, so we got to prime oils. Delete that part. I'd also bring the product brochures. Oh, they're so beautiful now, especially with the boss that is now here. Like, I know this happened. Like, Ben actually this week got his first customer. Okay, and I was like, how did he get a customer? He's never seen a sample. You've never seen a sample party before, right? Never seen a sample party. Doesn't know the products. Hasn't tried it yet. He's about to, though. And he calls me and say, hey, I got my dad on board as a customer. I'm like, how? What did you say? He's like, well, I just had the product brochures laying out. My dad was like, hey, how is this stuff? I showed him the product brochure. And he's like, hey, I like the shampoo and conditioner. I'm really into organic stuff. Can I get one of those? Not only that, he's like, I'll get that, and I'll get you some product as well too. Win. So bring your product brochures and just leave them out on the table. It looks nice. Presentability is key. Why do we like this as well too? Because can you imagine I've seen this before, a plastic bag. Like literally like a grocery bag. Or I've seen a bag that just looks all like clumpy and like, if we're going to be representing a multi-billion-dollar company, you want to look like you represent a multi-billion-dollar company. Attire, you want to dress. If you notice, me and Becky are wearing specific gear right now. You want to wear something like this. I wouldn't go to a sample party in a full suit, for example. It's kind of weird, too salesy. I also won't go in jeans or anything. They won't take you serious. But I want to go in something where they're like, okay, this person looks like they represent the company well. So a nice polo, a nice dress shirt, business casual. We like that a lot. Okay. So other than that, anything else on here? Oh, sample cups. Did I mention that? Bring some sample cups, of course. The small ones. Okay. Why? If you get a big one, you're probably going to waste a lot of sample. You're going to pour in the whole thing. Okay. They just need enough. Okay. So why do we sample? Costco actually samples a lot. And you know what's great about Costco? They did some statistics. Did you know on some of I was reading up this earlier today. On some of the items that Costco samples, they actually end up boosting their sales by 2,000%. And you know why? When you sample, have you guys heard of the law of reciprocity before? The law of reciprocity, okay? Mark Wilson lives by this. Like, it works, okay? What is that? When you do something for someone or you give someone something, you feel almost obligated to do something back. Okay? And you know what happens as well too? It tends not to be the equivalent. You tend to feel like I need to give more back. So you give something and they give more back. You give something, they give more back. So you give a little sample, they're like, oh, I feel like I need to buy this now. I feel like, or they're more excited about it, okay? But the key is that's why service to the many leads to greatness. It is so true, So there's your SP kits. Okay, any questions on this so far? Fantastic. Okay, yeah. So take all of your products that you use them, save the extras, make an SP kit. That's all you need. What I like about RX, the packaging is sexy.
Super sexy.
Oh yeah, Becky got on board one of her vice presidents because he was interested in how the Nutrify bottle looked. He's like, oh, what is that? And then eventually recruited himself, So, okay, let's keep on going here. All right. We're still in preparation right here. Do you see how much preparation goes in this?
Yes.
Oh, and there's still some more in preparation too. 80%. Guest bios, know who you're talking to. Know who you're talking to. Okay? A couple simple things. Their name. A name is the most important word to someone's life.
Yeah.
In how to win friends and influence people, that's one of the biggest things they talk about. Okay? So name, important. Age, important. Profession, I like to know what they do. Okay? And potential health concerns. Now, this does not mean you have to survey them beforehand and do like a whole, when you go to a doctor's office, do you have allergies? Do you have death? Do you have whatever this? You don't need to do that. It's enough, right? I'll be like, Saji wants to lose weight. She wants to be more energetic. She wants to do this, You don't have to be like, can you give me every single prescription medication that you have? No, Okay, so enough. Why? Because when I go there, I want to know them already. Okay? I was doing a sample party last week. We were doing it in Texas. So I was doing this over the stream. And what happened is, as I was doing that, I knew who was going to be there. So someone sat down in front of the stream. I'm like, hey, are you so-and-so? She's like, I am. I heard about you. Really? You know me? You know? Doesn't it always feel good when someone knows who you are?
Yeah.
You know, so you want to know who they are beforehand, okay? So a little bit of guest bio, nothing crazy. And then, of course, we have, okay, so that's some prep work right there. You guys ready to actually get into the sample party?
Yeah.
And then we'll get into actually some interactive fun stuff as well too. Okay? So I'm going to start with the mentality. Okay? The mentality. It's all about the attitude. Okay? How to do a successful sample party. Right off the bat, you can say all the right words without the right attitude. You will not have a successful sample party. Okay? You can know all the products. You can memorize all the ingredients. That is not what leads to a successful sample party. Vice versa. You can know nothing about the products, but you got the right attitude, you'll have more success. Okay? Now, we want both, right? We want to educate people. But if I were to pick one or the other, I'd pick the attitude. Okay? So, let me go out there. Let me show you. When I'm going and I'm about to do a sample party, this is what I'm saying to myself. Okay? Number one, my purpose here. Okay? I'm not saying I'm going to go sell a product. That's not what my purpose is. Okay? That's a byproduct. I already know they're going to buy. Like when I do a sample party, they're going to buy something. All right? But what I'm here to do is to educate and inform and to help them on their health. On their health. Okay? The product is a means to that. Okay? I'm not here to sell the product. I'm here to help them as a person get to where they want to go.
Right.
Do you see the key difference there? Okay? Number two, I'm not going to leave empty-handed. Oh, man, some sample parties, you drive out for them. I just don't want to waste my gas and my time, you know? So I will not leave empty-handed, okay? Number one, for your own sake. Number two, for their sake. You can do the best presentation in the world, but a sword, and I use this example, a sword that's just laying on the ground, it's unused, it's useless. You talk all about weight loss. You talk all about SlenderX. You talk about this is going to change your life. And they don't use it? How is that going to help them? Right? So I want to make sure, because they came down here, they're looking for health. Can we agree? RX product, they're the best, man. They will beat any other product out there. Okay? So I know they're going to get the best results here. So I will not leave empty-handed. Another thing is, if you want to go out there, you're helping out your teammates. Oh, man, I can't leave empty-handed as well, too. All right. For my teammates' sake, I want to show them why I'm the upline and why I'm a badass. I want them to see that I can handle anything. Okay. So, of course, that's my mentality. I'm thinking when I'm here, especially if it's my brand new, can you imagine a brand new teammate? When you're brand new, you're still scared. You're still like, oh my God, does this actually work? Are people going to be interested in this? Like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what to expect. I remember we had a teammate, and this person ended up going out there and led to many, 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 many teammates, all right? He became a senior officer. This guy went out there, senior officer in 12 weeks, okay? And went out there, and this person, I remember the first thing we did was set up a sample party for them, okay? So when we set up a sample party for them, what had happened was this, he was tripping out, man. He was so scared. He was actually involved in another network marketing company. They only sold services, telecommunications. And he was scared because in that company, he was a stage speaker. And on stage, they would make fun of product companies. In their presentation, they would say, you never have to sell lotion, potion, butt cream, blah, blah, blah. It's like their phrase, you know, water filter, like they say that. And then this guy, day one, I'm like, we got to go set up your first sample party. He's like, a sample party? Where? Lad, with your home, with your family. He's like, I've never shown anyone close to me what I do. You know, and why he didn't believe in what the other product they were selling before was, you know, I mean, we got to do it. We got to do it. This guy was tripping out. Like he was stressing, man, like stressing. Like I've never seen someone so stressed before. But he brought his mom, his cousin, some of his closest business colleagues. We did the sample party. And after everything, we sold 3,000 points. He hit manager the first day. And you know what happened? He was like, I like this. I like this. You know what happens when your rep gets confident in your abilities? They bring more people. Okay? Who here wants teammates to just constantly bring you more people?
Yes.
Get better with your skills, man. Get so good with your skills that when you talk to someone, you want your rep to feel like they're going to do their job. You don't want them to be like, oh my goodness. This is important, right? You're talking to some of your friends and family. Can you imagine you give the wrong reputation? They're going to be like, they'll give you this message like, hey, I love this. I'm just busy right now. This is not for me. You know, maybe later on. That's code word with I don't trust you, right? That's how I take it myself. That's how serious I am. That's why I do all this preparation, because I'm not going to leave empty-handed. Make sense, guys? Why do I bring this up? When you start thinking like this, don't you think you're going to get better really fast? Right? You're not going to be perfect. To this day, I'm still bettering every single time. All right. I am by no means perfect at all. But because I have this mentality, I get better and better and better. Okay? Can we all adopt this mentality?
Yes.
Oh, I'm telling you this. You're going to learn a lot, all right? Mentality. Anything else?
Another thing I want to mention is the more you do it, the better you're going to get, right? So we always talk about practice makes
Better.
well, not
Improvement.
perfect, but improvement, right? So you're never going to be perfect, but when you have this mentality, what's really good is you're not going to, because I don't want people to feel like, oh my gosh, I don't want to fail my teammate and I'm like scared to do anything, right? Because if you don't practice, you're never going to be good and you're never going to be able to help other people. So just know that anything that you do is better than your new rep doing it on their own, right? Because they haven't seen anything. So if you just help them, they feel more confident, right? But afterwards, what I would do is reflect on how you can get better. So the more you do it, the better you're going to get. And soon enough, you're going to be able to be that person where people look at you and be like, how did you get so good? You know? So just put yourself out there and keep on practicing, you know, and don't worry if you like, you know, I've been to a lot of sample parties where I walk out thinking, man, like I could have done better. But because of that mentality, it makes me improve more every time. So the next person benefit from all the other practices I've done, you know?
Exactly. Can I give another detail as well too? Yes. My question to you, and you can answer yourself, is what is your standard when it comes to what you walk out of from a sample party with? And what I mean by that is how much product are you going to get out there? Okay. Do you have a goal in mind? All right. I had a teammate the other day. We were hanging out. We were doing a sample party together. And I asked that question. And first he was like, the look in his face basically said, I never thought about it. Right. And then he thought about it a little bit more. He's like, 75 points, you know, like that's my average. You got to know your average. As you start doing them, you're going to see where your averages are. You can always get them better. I said, 75 points. Dang, man, you're doing almost charity work right there, you know? $10, you know? And I'm thinking, man, if I were a new rep and I only got 75 points in my first sample party, I'd be so sad, you know? I want a sample party like rock my socks off, you know? And I told him this on the way to the sample party. He said, you know what my standard is for me? Minimum 500 points. That's just me, you know, 500 points. Becky's way more intense with that. When Becky was working with Jordan's group, her standard, I remember when we were going for all these titles and stuff, her standard was 1,000 points. 1,000 points. Yep. And you know what? That was before we had all the products that we had now. We just barely launched SlenderX. We had Purity 1.0, the one that made your cheeks like they give it a workout, you know? So we had all those, and Becky would go to a sample to walk out 1,000 points every single time, you know? What is your goal? Because your goal is going to go out there. It's going to shape how you do your sample party. Okay? So I said that to this teammate, did the sample party, walked out. Guess how many points we got? 500 points. And I looked at him like, I didn't brush dust off my shoulder, but if I were to, I would have, you know? But why? Because you need to have a goal in mind. Okay, how? When you know the guest bio, you know what I even do? I even preset packages and products beforehand I know I'm going to focus on. Bios are so important. Okay, so mentality. All right, let's keep on going here. You guys still with me on this?
Yes.
Fantastic. Ben needs some Rejuvenex, man. He needs some Rejuvenex. Anyone got some Rejuvenex on them? Oh, Sierra, mind sharing a little bit? All right. Benjamin has been working hard, man. Been working hard. He should be excited. He just got his first paycheck today, you know? Yeah. All right. The couch is too comfy. You know what helps keep you awake? Leaning forward. Leaning forward. Try falling asleep on your lap. You know why you don't fall asleep? Because you feel like you look too silly. Okay. All right. We're almost there. We're almost getting into it. Meet and greet. We're not even talking yet. This is so important. Oh, some people think, oh, they didn't see the presentation, they're magically going to sign up. No. No. Have you heard the saying? People don't care about how much you know until they know about how much you care. People don't care about how much you know until they know about how much you care. All right. This is a big key. Right off the bat, and I've seen so many, the best people that do sample parties or in just sales as a whole, what they do is they befriend you right away. They build rapport right away. Okay? When I go in there, you know what my mentality is? My goal is I think, you're going to be my best friend. You don't even know it. Or if they're older than me, you're going to be my auntie, my adopted auntie, my adopted uncle, my adopted grandma, grandpa. You know? By the end of one of our last sample parties, the grandma hit on me. It's so weird. Yeah. Yeah, no, that is true. When you do your sample party, right? Yeah, you will get perks. They'll be like, oh, stay for dinner. Seriously, no, not even kidding, you know? Like, it is so cool, you know? So, of course, and the key is this, and this is what Tim Sales, master distributor in this company right now, and #1 power ranker in North America right now, he says, be interested, not interesting. Be interested, not interesting, okay? So, let's say, gosh, I need a volunteer. Sierra, can you come up here real quick, all right? I'll give you a demonstration, then we'll go out there and we'll try this, okay? This is fun. And this is just a natural skill as a whole to learn, okay? You're going to be at a sample party. I don't know you yet, but I know your bio. I know you're into health. I know you love nutrition. I know let's just say you're a nurse, okay? Fantastic. And let's say you're in your 40s. You're my auntie.
I couldn't even make a comment to
Okay.
that.
Fantastic. And yeah, this will be fun. And maybe let's drop your jacket because I'm gonna like shake your hand and stuff. I was gonna say I'm gonna touch you. That sounds very inappropriate, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna shake your hand. All right. So can I give you 2 scenarios? First scenario. I'm a sample party kit. I'm at the door. I come in. I'm like, hey, I'm James.
Hi, nice to
Oh,
meet
yeah,
you.
nice to meet you. Boom, boom, boom. All right, guys. So we're gonna go out there. We're gonna get started with this, and boom. All right. Scenario 1. Scenario 2.
That felt like an invasion.
All right. Like, who did I just bring in my home? You know.
This is great.
So right off the bat, okay. Hey, how's it going?
Hi.
Hey, are you Sierra by chance?
Yes.
I've heard so much about you. I'm James.
Okay.
Yeah, Bill actually, you know, your nephew actually brought me here today. You know, I heard you're a nurse right now, right?
Yes.
Really? At Kaiser?
Yes.
Really? Okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know if it's okay with you. Bill was sharing me some like really cool things about you. He said you were amazing, and I can already tell that you are.
Aww.
You know?
I will not know if this is true.
No, but I'm so excited. I heard you're like really into your health and everything, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. Yeah, and Bill told me a little bit about you. Yep, boom, right there. I want them to like laugh. Do you think she's like, oh, I like this guy? How long did that take? Like, I have a game to myself. My game is how fast can I make them my friend? You know, like that was it. You did your job. Once you're there, you're good. Then they're like, okay, I want to know all about you. Now they're like, oh, what do you have to say? You know, rather than the first step, okay?
Yeah.
You don't have to know their life story. You don't have to like go all crazy and stuff like that, just like that, okay? Perfect. Okay, so I'm interested, not interesting. And I'm just like, my goal is I just want to get to know them, you know?
Yeah.
Now, as I'm setting up, I like speaking with them and connecting with them. And then I'll start sharing more about myself as well, too, you know? Like, yeah, you know, actually, you know, I was studying biology before. I was trying to be a doctor at first,
Oh, nice.
you know? But yeah, but you must be really smart then because those classes are intense.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha. You know, so I'm like setting up things like this, small talk, right? Some people, it's not small talk. I think it's very big talk. The most important, establish that rapport right there. Okay. So why don't we go out there and thank Sierra real quick? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And this is what I want us to do. Okay. Can we all stand real quick? Fantastic. Stand. I want you to find a partner that is not your closest friend. Okay. Someone, preferably, you don't know too much. Okay. All right. Cool. Fantastic. We'll go around. Who needs a partner? Stephanie needs a partner. Adriel needs a partner. Tony needs a partner. Adriel talks to Tony, and then we got Stephanie with Robert. All right. Anyone else missing a partner? Jordan talks with Gwen. Fantastic. Okay, perfect. So this is what I want us to do. All right.
Get the magic button.
Oh, man. So in your group, one person raise their hand right now. Pick one. Just one person raise their hand, okay? That person is going to be the sample party conductor, okay? The other one is going to be the guest, okay? And assume you don't know anything about the other guest right now, okay? And you can be you, okay? Just you be you. The guest, just be you, whoever you are. You don't have to pretend you're on tea or whatever it is, okay? But our goal is you go in there and the conductor is going to establish rapport as quickly as possible, okay? And the game is this. I'll give you 1 minute. And within a minute, then we're going to go out there and I want to see if the other friend, the other person you're talking to, how they felt. You know? Do they feel, basically it's this. Do you feel like you're comfortable with them or do you not yet feel comfortable? Okay? That's pretty much all. Do you feel like you trust them or you don't trust them just yet? Okay? Would you want to add them on Facebook afterwards? Yeah. Fantastic. Okay? Sounds good. You guys ready? Okay. Yes. What's up? Assuming you don't know them at all. Assuming you're just, don't even think you're doing it. Just you're meeting them for the first time. You're just meeting them. And your goal is to establish enough rapport. They're like, hey, I want to have this person on Facebook. All right. We could do that. We could do that. All right. So it's not judging in their face. Okay. You guys ready? So who is the one that's the one that had the hands raised first? You're just a friend. You're just a friend. It's the same skill to have. Okay, cool. I'm going to give it 1 minute. We're going to start right now. All right, stop. That was 1 minute. Fantastic. How did it feel? Awesome. Cool. All right. Yeah? Not bad, right? Now, did a minute feel like a long time? Was it a short time? Pretty short? Gotcha. Okay. That was 1 minute. Literally 1 minute right there. Yeah. Who here felt like you broke the ice enough to at least have an open conversation by raise of hand, you know? Good enough? Fantastic, okay? Where you weren't like, oh, they're a stranger, you know? Okay, cool. So that was 1 minute. Let's go out there, we'll switch, and then we'll do a minute the other way. All right? Your goal is to break the ice faster than the one that just did that to you, okay? So I'm gonna give it 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 1 minute now. Pointers to do.
Well, like not.
Gotcha. Mhm.
What you've noticed.
Yep. Okay, guys, we are done. That was 1 minute. Fantastic. Okay. Well, let's grab a seat real quick, and we'll talk about this. We'll talk about this. Perfect. Okay. How did you guys feel? Good. A little awkward? Fantastic. Okay. So a couple tips, just quick like relationship building tips, you know? Number one, understand this. Some people are like, oh, I'm a shy person. I understand. Understand this. Everyone feels that way. Everyone feels like, oh, I'm awkward. Oh, this is weird, you know? It's only weird if you make it weird, right? That's really what it is. So if I look at Kenneth and I'm like meeting him for the first time, I'm like hugging him, I'm super happy and everything. He'll eventually roll with it, you know? So for me, my goal, I want to give them good energy. I'm smiling. I'm excited. I talk more about them, you know? And how do you go out there, build rapport? You're just interested in what they're all about. So kind of tell me more about you, man. Yeah, what are you up to these days? You know? Let's start conversing, you know? I like to be the one asking questions. And as you start asking questions, what happens is you'll find points to relate upon. All right? He'll be like, well, I actually love working on cars. Dude, really? I'm pretty into cars as well, too. What kind of cars are you into? American cars. Really? Gotcha. Any other cars as well, too? Mercedes, really? Dude, those must be crazy to work on, huh? The technology in that, I was in an E-Class the other day. It's ridiculous inside. Wow. How long does it take to work on one of those? Really? What's the hardest job that you've done?
Steering lock.
Steering lock. Really? That's surprising. Not engine work, not any of that. See, boom. Now it's like, see how we broke off surface level stuff already? Not, oh, what's your name? What do you do? Where'd you come from? Things like that, right? I'm actually getting to know him a little bit more. Okay? So have fun with that. Just try that on random people. Just a quick one. That's 1 minute. But 1 minute, you can establish enough rapport where they trust you. All right? To hear what you're talking about. If you don't have that rapport established, it doesn't matter what you say. They're not going to want to listen. Make sense? Okay. Any other tips as well?
Yeah, so the biggest thing is just I know it's easy said than done to be really interested in them. So you really have to like take yourself out of the picture. Imagine all you're worrying about is everything about them.
Mm-hmm.
So that way you won't focus so much on like, oh, how do I look? Like, how do I sound? Like, what am I saying the wrong thing? Do I look weird? You know? And sometimes you're gonna come across sample party guests that are a little bit harder to like, you know, crack because maybe they're improperly invited by your new rep, right? Or maybe they're just really skeptical, or maybe they've seen a lot of companies, you know? So you have to be prepared to not let that get to you, because regardless how they treat you, as long as you're coming across just happy and smiling all the time, it's hard for people to stay that way for a very long time.
Yep. You kill them with your kindness. That's the saying, right? It works. We did that with Hill's person the other day. You know? Yeah. No one likes to beat up someone that's like not fighting back, right? Okay. So we got that meeting greet part down. And then as you're getting ready, now you feel good, you're excited, they're all your friends. You know, I want to feel like, okay, this is just my friends. That's also, you're less nervous when you do that as well too. You feel like it's a bunch of strangers, you're like all scared of judgment and stuff. But if they're your friends, you're good, okay? And then we get into the ID. I want everyone here to go out there and walk out today with an ID that you feel good about. Okay? The ID, identification. What is that? It is your background story. Okay? Yep, that is how you spell rapport. It's spelled weird. Rapport. It's like camaraderie. So many people. Can I spell camaraderie for you guys while we're on the topic anyway? Most people spell camaraderie around this way. Camaraderie. It's actually camaraderie. That's how you spell camaraderie. I feel like around 50%. Just FYI. While we're on that topic, and if you don't know, ARIX is spelled A-R-I-I-X. I bring that up because this last week, to this day, I still see some teammates doing A-R-R-I-X. I'm like, so FYI. See, these things, I know, right? You would think. Yeah. Maybe they think it's a trick or something, I don't know. But the ID, the identification is so important, all right? So you establish rapport with them already. You befriended them, but the ID does this, okay? If I were to go out there and describe it, it turns you from a salesperson to a friend and someone that's just using the products with them. Welcome back. How many numbers did you get? 1 out of 1. Nice. There we go. 100%. Perfect. Got here at the right time, actually. This is perfect. Yeah. We were talking about you, Andrew. We were talking about you at some point. Okay. ID. All right. No one wants to be sold. Oh, let me rephrase this. You know what's interesting? Everyone wants to be sold, but they don't want to feel sold. Does that make sense? When you sit in something, you want to be convinced, but you also want to feel like you're making your own decision. You don't want to feel like someone's forcing it upon you. And if you feel like someone's a sales, have you met that was one of my biggest fears. I don't want to sell. When you say sell, the image that comes up is the potion sellers in a mall, right? The cream sellers, right? The door-to-door salespeople, the cell phone salespeople, the sleazy used car salesmen. Okay? That's not what you want. The best sales people are the ones that don't feel like they're selling. They're recommending, they're sharing. Okay? So the ID does this. It makes it so that you go from a salesperson to, hey, I'm just one of you. And I'll explain real quick, okay? So there's 4 components on it. It's just talking about your health journey, okay? Understand there's 2 types of IDs. There's one for the product. There's one for the opportunity. They're not the same, okay? I've seen some teammates use the opportunity ID in a sample party. And that totally doesn't work because then they feel like you're just trying to recruit them. And it's totally the wrong thing, you know? And vice versa. A sample idea is not an overview idea. Okay, 2 separate things. Okay, so 4 components. Where was your health before? Talks just about your health. Okay, what did you see with the ARIX product? What intrigued you, right? What did you experience? How did you transform when you started using the product? So basically, it's your own testimonial. You don't have one yet? Aim to get one ASAP. What creates a testimonial? 5 days is enough, like Kenneth and Christine. Usually enough to have enough experience with it. They're like, okay, this works. Okay? And why do you do what you do now? And I'll explain what that means. Okay? Can I give you guys an example? Yeah. All right. And then I want to walk through some of yours as well too. Okay? And understand the ID. Take some time on it. It's a couple minutes, all right? It's not 10 minutes and not 20 minutes. It's like 3 minutes max. Quick. Very fast. Okay? So for me, usually, who here has seen me do a sound party before? Okay, some have, some haven't. If you haven't, this is generally my idea. So let's say Bill is my guest. Okay, actually, you guys are all my guests right now. So I'm just talking about, and before I get into everything, I'll start with something like, hey, thank you guys so much for your time. I'm so excited you guys are here. If you have a teammate that's there, let's say Bill is hosting the sample party, I like to give credit to Bill. And I'll let them know, Bill, he just got started. He's super excited about this. And you know, anything that you guys are interested in today definitely helps him towards his promotion. I'll bring that up. Why? So many times in a sample party, they will ask, does what I get benefit the person? Because what? They wanted to help them. So let them know that. Okay? But yeah, but before I get into everything, let me introduce myself real quick. But yeah, for me, I actually grew up, originally I was studying biology. I always wanted to get into the health field and everything. And what was so interesting is when I got into college, my health actually took a turn in the negative side. I joined a fraternity. You know anything about fraternity? What do you guys know about fraternities? They drink a lot, they party a lot. Yeah, I was in the whole scene, you know? Yeah, it was not good for my body, you know? So I kind of found it weird that I'm trying to be a doctor or something, but I was unhealthy, you know? So I was looking for ways to go out there and kind of get my health back on track. I gained a little bit of weight. Who here has maybe like 5 or 10 pounds you wouldn't mind losing, you know? I had more than that, you know, but I had some. And I was trying to find a way, but I was so busy, you know, like work is busy, school's busy, and I like food. You know, I love eating. So what do, you know? So actually I found these products. One of my buddies hopped on this and he used this whole Slenderize program. And this guy was like a Filipino sisig eating, deep fried eating, all that, you know, junk eating stuff. Like this guy hasn't seen like a vegetable his entire life, you know? But he hopped on this and in front of my own eyes, actually he lost 67 pounds, 60 days. You know, so I'm like, dude, I'll give that a shot as well too. I was more skeptical about like health products and stuff. I never really used them before, but I decided to try it. And wow, I use this, no exercise. Here's my pictures. Pictures are so powerful. You know, I lost almost 25 pounds in 40 days. It was crazy. I got a six-pack for the first time in my life. But my body changed. Like, dude, I'm Asian and I don't eat rice anymore. You know, like when I wake up, I literally crave carrots. Yeah, I know. Seriously, right? That's what I thought, you know, like I used to eat stacks of Oreos. I was one of those people, you know. Now when I touch 1 or 2 Oreos, I feel sick. You know what I loved about this? The system, it doesn't just make you lose weight. It transforms your health. I noticed it detox, but it changed how I was. That's why you don't gain weight back. And then I actually explored a lot more of the other nutritionals and everything. And I've been using these products for years now. I feel amazing. And actually since then, I started referring it out there. My mom was interested. My mom, she's at the lowest weight she's been in 20 years now. She feels so energetic. She feels so enthusiastic. My mother-in-law knocked on her door the other day and she came, she was so excited. And she was like, I didn't know why she was so excited. She lives right down the street. So she kind of has liberty to come whenever she wants to, you know? And apparently she was dealing with high cholesterol for many years. And all of a sudden she started using the program. And one day she came back, she's like, oh my God, I just did my blood test. I don't know what happened, but my cholesterol is back down to normal. You know, and she was so ecstatic. And now she doesn't take naps anymore. She just has so much energy, you know? And I can't say it's the product itself that did it, but it's the only thing she really changed. And since then, I just found that it became like a side gig for me. And actually it's turned into a whole career for me now as well too. And I just love seeing people's health transformed in that way. You know, helping my family, I want this to help out as many people as possible. Actually, it's all me and my wife do now for the last 6 years, and it's provided for our lifestyle, you know? But enough about me. I know I want to get right into these products. Boom. How long was that? A couple minutes. Okay. How did you feel after hearing that? You feel confident in the product. This guy used it. He's a living testimonial. Do you feel like I'm a salesperson, or do you feel like I'm like a user of the product? So I want them to feel. They're like, dude, I'm just with you guys, you know? And then you see how I mentioned there's a referral program. Okay. And why? Because over 50% of the time in a sound party, they become a rep. They're going to be like, I know some friends that want this. Hey, you mentioned there's a referral program. How does that work? And almost over 50% of the time they become a rep. I believe Stephanie and Gwen got started through a sample party as reps, right? I believe that was the case. I remember that, you know? So it works. So let's go out there. And who here wants to create an ID? I need a volunteer. Andrew, we already went through yours. Hill, we'll go through yours. Okay? So Hill, let me ask you a couple questions. Okay? Yeah, you can definitely come up here. You don't know what I'm gonna do yet.
No.
Fantastic. Okay. So is it on right now? Make sure. Up.
Yeah.
It is on. Perfect. Okay, sounds good. So a couple questions. All right. So Hill, tell me about your health prior to being in RX.
My health? Let's see. It
Were
was
you-
okay.
Okay.
I think I joined it when I was 19, 20.
Okay.
And so I was using like prescription medications for my skin. I was kind of working out. I wasn't eating the most healthy, but I did watch what I eat sometimes. I ate a lot of rice. I thought it was okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah. My skin was, like I said, I thought I had eczema, so I used the second most powerful corticosteroid
Gotcha.
on the market regularly for the past at that point it would have been like 4 years.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
So you ended up having psoriasis, correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You know, Hill had a really, really, really intense psoriasis issue.
So fun.
But now he is amazing, you know? Okay, so you were dealing with psoriasis
Mhm.
and you were kind of healthy.
Yeah.
Typical 19-year-old.
Yeah. Worked
Sounds
out a
like
lot,
that.
Yeah.
Worked out a lot, ate whatever you wanted.
Yeah. Pretty
You
much.
have you're blessed with good genes.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't have to like
Nah. Just like a little tummy, but
little tummy,
sorry.
whatever, man. You know. Yeah.
Big
You know.
shirts.
Gotcha. And when you looked at the RX products, what really intrigued you?
The nutrition,
Nutrition.
the purity really got me. The one thing that I really did want when I saw the overview was
Yeah.
the purity,
The purity.
because it was like
Gotcha.
numbers. They're like,
Yeah.
all this stuff is in the water, blah blah
Got
blah. We have tests, because then supplements, I didn't know much about them,
Got it.
so I'm like, I know I need them, but I don't know really why yet.
Got it.
So,
Got it. Okay. And when you use the products, so what were the biggest changes that you noticed even up until now?
Rejuvenex is actually one of my favorites, because I am like a chronically bad sleeper and a bad waker upper.
Bad maker.
Yeah. And so with Rejuvenex, like I will have, like sometimes I have an interview, or sometimes I will
Right.
have to go to training,
Right.
or like anything, like a date.
Yep.
Anything.
Oh,
I have to
man.
wake up early.
Don't fall asleep on a date, man.
No. But it'll be like a daytime thing, and you
Uh-huh.
have to be here at 8, so you got to wake up at 6, right?
Gotcha.
I would almost always be late, or like I would be
Gotcha.
scared enough like to fall asleep or something like that. So
Gotcha.
with Rejuvenex, that was the only times that when I go to bed, I'm like,
Okay.
all right, I'm gonna wake up.
Got it. Now with your skin issue as well too, because I know you're using other products as well
Yeah.
for that, because it's a really severe case.
Yeah.
Is there anything you've noticed with the RX products that has helped as well too?
Yeah, the Restorix is really, really good.
Restorix.
I just feel cleaner. I just feel like less. Even when I was not using any medication and I was like really, really inflamed.
Yeah.
Even at that point, when I was using Restorix, I still on the inside felt a little bit less inflamed,
Mm.
and that was like severe inflammation. And so I was
Gotcha.
using Restorix.
Gotcha.
Let's see. Fish oil helped.
Fish oil.
Yeah,
Okay.
it definitely helped.
Got it.
With the flaking.
Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. And may I ask, so if you're okay with sharing, details are always good. All right. At the height of how bad your psoriasis had got, like how severe were the symptoms and what was that like?
Ooh, okay. Let's do it. So a lot of you probably know me. I do a lot of different gigs. So I work I work one job, and then I also do Lyft. There was a point where it was so bad I called off sick, right?
Mhm.
And then I couldn't even drive Lyft. I couldn't like bathe, couldn't drive, and I really couldn't sleep either. So I was just it was so inflamed that like I couldn't move my neck like this
Dang.
or like that. So I was just like this the whole time,
Wow.
and it was like super tight. And so it was horrific. Like I got depressed,
Wow.
like legitimately depressed after that.
Wow.
Yeah, that was
Gotcha.
fun.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah. And then how do you feel now? With
feel
your health?
great. Like I feel like my life's renewed. I feel like I have it. Thank you. Feel good. I think that's the most important part. Like the whole rejuvenation of like my soul, my body, and just how I feel like I have my life again.
Nice.
And if I speak more about it, I'm starting to cry. No, but I do really feel like it's a message that I need to communicate to other people. And
Mhm.
I have this life now, and I need to
Right.
like help others.
Okay. So I know Hill's story decently well. And this is kind of how I would do your sample party idea as well.
Okay.
Now, right off the bat, don't think you need a crazy story for a powerful idea. All right. I think my idea is pretty boring. Me and Becky both feel that way about both of our IDs. You know, like Jordan's a cancer survivor. That's crazy. Like that's like,
That's out of the park.
you know, like, but you know what's great? Yeah, but what's great about life is all of your seeming troubles and challenges can be used as a blessing for so many people, you know? That's how it is. So you've been through that, man. All power to you. You are going to transform so many, you know? I mean, it just enough. It doesn't take much to be inspiring, you know? But when you have something like this, do you have your phone on you? I like to record. Something I do is I record. I literally, how I come up with my ID, I'll be driving and I'm like, I should come up with an ID for myself. And I'll record myself and I'll listen to it. Now I understand some people don't like listening to their voice, but learn to love it, you know? Yeah. So I'll listen to it, try it again, listen to it, try it again, listen, until I feel like, okay, if I were a guest, then I would like this. Make sense so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So if I were Hill, I would say something like this. All right. So let me go out there.
It's already recorded.
Perfect. It's already recording. And I know for your psoriasis, you're using a different, is it a medication?
It's just a cream.
It's a cream. Is it a prescription cream or it's a like an herbal?
Like an herbal.
Got it.
Did in the garage.
Okay, sounds good. Now, would you say being an RX got you more aware of health?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so this is what I'd say. So I'm Hill now. So hey guys, before we get into everything, real quick, my name is Hill, and actually, with me and my health, I actually deal with really severe psoriasis. For those of you that don't know that, it's a really crazy skin issue. I'll get all types of irritation and rashes. Like it got bad to the point actually, like I couldn't even work anymore. Like it was so painful, I couldn't even take a bath. I'd be flaking everywhere, it'd be inflammation. I just felt like, honestly, I felt so crippled to the point that I honestly got a little depressed, you know? And so I was always looking for different solutions. And, you know, at first I went to the doctors, and the doctors, they actually misdiagnosed me. They thought that I had eczema, you know, which is totally not psoriasis. So they give me creams. They actually put me on the second most intense cream out there. And I didn't know, but that actually really destroyed my whole immune system. My whole, what else did it help? What else did it do? Skin, it actually made it worse. My nervous system.
Blood cells.
Blood cells. Like I didn't know this. And you said something, Hill, about that cream as well too.
It forcibly, okay. So corticosteroids, it forcibly suppress, it's not like your autoimmune system, but it suppresses the inflammation on your skin. And so it forcibly closes your cells, like your skin cells,
right,
so that it doesn't inflame and get
Yeah.
red. And so if you use it for more than 8 weeks, and the doctors are supposed to tell you, like, don't use it for more than 8 weeks, you start suppressing it to the point where if you don't use it anymore, it's just gonna go, it's like just gonna get out of control.
Wow.
Because it doesn't know how to produce the cortisol, which is the hormone that it.
And you use it for how long? 8 years.
8 years total.
So you're not supposed to use it for over 8 weeks. I ended up using it for 8 years because it was so bad. I thought, hey, you know, might as well just keep on using more, you know? And little did I know that was completely messing up my body, and it just got worse, you know? And thank goodness what happened is I got introduced to some of these products. And number one, some of these products, what I loved about them, I really felt like they were able to start cleansing and detoxing my system. The Restorix was amazing. The Omega Q fish oil is really good for my skin and everything. But I think the biggest thing that it also did, and I just love nutrition now. I didn't know much about it before. But the biggest thing is it got me a lot more aware, you know? And so many of us now, we live in a society where we kind of just believe everything the doctors tell us. Who here's ever been to a doctor before? Yeah. You know, and they'll give you their recommendation. You know, what I didn't know, I thought I could just trust them. But ironically, I found out that they totally misdiagnosed me, you know? And because I got involved in this company, I started becoming a lot more aware, become more of an advocate for my own health. So I did my own research, I did my own studies. The products are definitely amazing, and I started to find other solutions as well. Now I'm using everything that's totally natural. You know, I found out, of course, the right diagnosis for myself, and almost overnight, it seemed, right when I started to get properly educated about my body and my health, my skin just turned almost upside down. And I can't believe it to this day. It feels like I'm revived. Like I don't even know what to do with this type of energy and relief now, you know? And I just feel so powerful because I know how powerful health is, how powerful products like this can be if people are only educated. And that's why I love what I do now, you know? So I feel like I'm kind of catching up on lost time right now. But I love this. There's a really strong referral program. It's really helping me out as well too. And I'm just excited to be here with everyone, kind of share with you what I've learned. That's you.
Thank you.
That's your story.
Yes.
I'm just putting it together.
I came here to get that actually.
Yeah. If you were to hear that, what would you think? Yeah, no, right there.
What is some starts?
Honestly, that's a story. When you hear it, some people might cry.
Yeah.
You know, you might cry,
Yeah, seriously.
and that's fine. That's real. That's how you do a sample party. Sounds good. So play around with that, record it. You know your story better than I do, you know? So of course, that's just kind of a base that I would use.
Sweet.
Sounds good?
Yes.
Any questions?
Later.
Perfect. Okay, sounds good. Let's give Hill a round of applause. Who else? Adriel. Let's bring Adriel up. Adriel, let me know this. He qualified for the VIP event. Some of us yesterday heard. Then I asked him how. He actually did his own sample party. And he got his preferred customers himself. You know? And that was your first one you did?
First couple.
First couple. Fantastic, man. All right, cool. Adriel, here you go. Do you have a phone on you?
Yeah.
Perfect. We can record this. All right. Remember, everyone has a story. Everyone knows a story. I'll hold this so then, just in case. Okay, cool. So, Adriel, what was your health like before you were introduced to RX?
Before I didn't really know anything about my health. I didn't really care. I was sick all the time. Like I couldn't even work or go to school.
You couldn't go to school?
Or,
Really? Because you were sick. What kind of sickness, if you don't mind me asking?
well, it's not just my physical health, but
Mental health.
my mental health as
So
well.
physical health, mental health, just all types of health, emotional health.
Yeah.
Just off. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. Anything else? Like, what was your lifestyle like?
Oh, and I mean, my physical health was pretty bad too. I mean,
Mhm.
I would have asthma attacks all the time. I had
Oh.
to go to the hospital for it
Really?
several times since I was young.
Really?
And Maxima was even worse too. Like there was cuts on my hands. It was so bad I couldn't write or use the computer or
Really?
even, play games.
It's your eczema.
Yeah.
Gotcha. What kind of foods were you eating? Did you exercise? Like, what was your surrounding environment like?
I would eat anything really, just like like fast food or rice. I didn't really care. But I'm the type I could eat.
The
I could
bottomless stomach.
I could eat anything, but I won't gain weight. So I don't have. For that, it was hard for me to come up with an ID because like most people, even Jason, he has skinny fat. But I don't have that. Nothing to lose.
You just became the person that everyone hates now. Gotcha. So your metabolism is just like superhuman.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Are you a Marvel superhero?
Yeah.
You're anti-fat man. Gotcha. So okay. So you have that. So you would eat anything.
Yeah.
Just to keep full. So you didn't care about that at all.
Mhm.
And anything else with your health as well too?
That was it mostly. Also depression, but there's a few products I learned that Omega Q actually helps with it. Your depression, your
Got it.
state of mind, and also mood, like
Got it.
Rejuvenex and
Got it.
Escape. So that really helped out when I'm stressed. When I had a lot of headache problems. And
Got it.
Insomnia. So that was the
Got
whole
it.
thing made it hard for me to function in general.
Makes sense. You were all types of jacked up with your
Yeah.
health. Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So when you saw RX, then which products do you feel really, really helped you?
When I first saw the overview, it was mostly just the purity. Actually,
Purity.
also I had to be at first. I didn't really care about the products. I just
Right,
cared
right,
about the
right.
opportunity. But
Right,
then
right,
after
right.
I learned that you
Yep.
have to be using the products.
Totally.
Yeah.
So now what products do you really love? And have you noticed a big change?
Well, I used everything, mostly in Nutrify. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm still working on my Maxima, but it was so bad to the point I couldn't work with anything that was like physical tasks because it hurt.
Wow.
It hurt that much because my hands were like literally.
Unusable.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And now they're usable?
Yeah, I'm able to work now.
Nice.
Do a better job.
There we go. And what products do you think really helped out?
I would say MOA, the Optimals, Mega Q,
Mm-hmm.
Vanelli. Those are the ones that I take a lot. Also, Pure Nose Beauty Boost because it makes me feel pretty.
Nice. You are a pretty man. You're very pretty. Yes, most definitely. Okay. All right. And what would you say the biggest changes then as a whole are after being involved in RX and in the environment?
For the 2 years, if you knew me back then, or when I first came over here,
Yeah.
Robert thought of like, did we just recruit an anime character? And like before that, honestly, I would get mistaken for a girl all the time because I was really feminine. Yeah.
Gotcha.
But,
Now you're a man.
yeah, I can't be like that anymore.
Gotcha. So it starts with saying you're handsome then.
Yeah, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So your environment before was definitely not healthy. I know there was a lot of family stuff as well too and all that, but basically a bad environment, right?
Yeah.
And that led to all types of health issues. Okay. Insomnia, I heard was one.
Yeah.
Just bad health, asthma attacks, just all types of, okay, gotcha.
Mhm.
All right. Now I'll give this one a shot.
Okay.
All right. So, hey guys, so before we get into everything, real quick, my name is Adriel. And actually, prior to this, I guess for me, health honestly was never a big thing for me because I'm one of those blessed people that I can eat anything in the world and it doesn't grow a single ounce of fat on me. And I've tried. When you see me at a buffet, I kill it. And it's just crazy. And so because of that, and I grew up in an environment that wasn't the healthiest, a lot of bad influences. So literally I'd just be eating anything, fast food, rice, whatever can fit in my body, it didn't really matter, right? And little did I know that, but my health, I didn't understand, but it was really bad. I'd have asthma attacks ever since. I've had to go to the hospital multiple times just because of asthma. My eczema is horrible. It would be so bad to the point, it would affect actually just me living because I couldn't even work because my hands were so inflamed. It was ridiculous, My mental health, my emotional health, all of that was just really affected. I didn't know that your physical health could affect all these other parts of your health as well too. So I was depressed for many years. It was just bad, And thankfully I got introduced to these products. And what I first learned was the power of nutrition. I didn't know you could heal yourself from the inside out. So I started using some of the Optimals. I love the MOA. Man, the MOA I've noticed especially for my eczema. Like I've noticed, for whatever reason, when I start using it, like my breakouts are way less now. Do you still have asthma now?
I haven't had an asthma attack for years.
Now I haven't had an asthma attack for years.
Yeah.
I feel amazing. I feel cleansed. My eczema is like, I'm still dealing with it. It's one of those things, it doesn't go away, but it's like, I can manage it now. I can actually live. I can actually do stuff now. I've noticed and what was interesting is that actually impacted my emotional health, my spiritual health, my relationships, everything. And I didn't know health is so intertwined together. It's got me so excited. I never thought I'd be into health, but when I started experiencing this, I just felt like, gosh, like people need to understand the value of this, So I found the great referral program here. And I just started gaining a passion for this. And I know what I've been through. And I know there's so many people that need help as well too. So I'm just excited to be here and kind of share with you what's been going on, So I'd say something like that. All right.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Okay. Thanks, James.
You got it. You could add more. You could add a lot more. You got it, man. I feel prettier now too. One more. Sierra? Liz was, okay, gosh, okay. I'll do two just because there was so much excitement, All right, I feel bad if I'm like, nah. And I would, and this is well too. See, I do want everyone that came here today, I do want to do this with you. So if it's not here, I would love to have you record something, send it to me or Becky, and we'll look at it, and then we'll send it back to you. We'll give you some feedback, okay? I want to make sure you each have a story, okay? Yes.
Do you want a video recording or would you prefer
Oh, a voice is fine. Voice is fine. Yeah, you're gonna get some weird like in the shower talks, Don't you think the best in the shower sometimes? That's true. Okay, gotcha.
Sorry, I'm not tech savvy.
No problem. You did it well. You did a good job. All right, fantastic. So Sierra, What was your health like prior to ARX?
Okay, so I'm 19 now. I joined RX when I was 18. So understand that this is me as an before. So this is me as a kid. So growing up, I was actually a lot more health conscious than anybody else my age, but I was getting sick every single month. And it was like once a month. And then on top of that, it was just kind of like, I don't know, I was doing everything right. Anything that I would learn that had to do with health, I'd go implement it right away. But right before RX, I actually broke my hand. And it was the first time I ever broke a bone in my body. And it actually landed on a tendon, and I had to have surgery. And then on top of that, I had this high-pitched monotone voice woman go like, yeah, you're gonna have arthritis for the rest of your life. And I was like, oh, that's fantastic. You sound like you're being sarcastic. But she wasn't. So yeah. So yeah, I actually started to feel the pain immediately, but she said it was going to be a faster progression than anybody else. And I was just kind of like, I'm kind of doomed with this. A little bit into RX too. This actually has to do with this too.
Sure.
I also got in a car accident, which during the time, because you're in shock, you don't know that you're injured. So like when they're asking you, are you hurt anywhere? And it's like, I have no idea. I have no idea if I hit my head. But I actually didn't hit my head. I didn't have an airbag, so I pushed away, and I got tendonitis in both of my wrists. So I have arthritis in one hand and tendonitis in both wrists, which it hurt to pick up my bag. But I was like, oh, this is weird. It hurts. And I kept doing it and opening doors. It actually was extremely painful, but I just didn't understand it. But yeah, that was
Gotcha. Okay. Do you know what caused you to be ill every month?
I still don't.
Gotcha. So just immune system generally low, kind of like that.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, the doctors, every single month it's something new. And the doctor literally, I have gotten gifts from doctors that are to tell me, they're like, you are 18 years old. Do you see all of this? This is all the different types of medication they're giving you. And then so they would give me like, one of them, my favorite one was a paper crane. And she says, every time you look at this, just think good health. And she's like, it's gonna work. I'm not lying to you, I have it still. So it's kind of like, I just think it's really funny. But yeah, I have not finished any of those prescription bottles because I know like those don't work. Every time I did finish one, it didn't, you know? So
And that
yeah.
was for?
It's every single month it would be something different of how I got sick.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there was a time period too of recently why I disappeared for a while was I was extremely sick all the time. But that was actually because there's black mold in the right behind my bed, but not inside of the wall, so you can't clean it. And if you don't know like what black mold is, it's extremely toxic.
Right.
It causes like a lot of damage.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Any other health issues too before?
I feel like those are the main ones.
Okay. So you're just
Yeah.
chronically sick.
Oh, what? Yeah.
Okay. And?
Oh. I decided that wasn't valuable, so I kind of threw it away, so I forgot it.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. So chronically sick, tendonitis, arthritis, just all types of jacked up. Yeah.
Yeah, again.
And not understanding why.
Yeah.
Got it. And what did you experience with the RX products then after you got involved? And
What attracted to me to RX was
Mhm.
actually the weight loss. Was because when I was when I broke my hand, I lost 20 pounds for and so I actually was in the lowest weight that I've been since junior high. But I lost it all in muscle. They said it was going to be months before it would get better. It was gone in a week
Wow.
because of the Magna-Cal D
Wow.
for tendonitis.
There we go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
seriously.
actually, since then too, I have not had anything arthritis-wise
Wow.
in my hand. So I think we caught it early.
Dang.
That's what I believe.
Dang.
Um,
How's your health? Are you getting sick every month still?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a work in progress. But you're not. Are you still using a lot of prescription medicines for this?
No, I
Gotcha.
once I receive a lot, I don't use them. I use them like one day, and then I decide that it's not worth it. I'd rather stay on the supplements
Right.
and consistent with that.
Gotcha.
But the ice is a huge thing for me too.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna have to deal with the arthritis for my whole life,
Okay.
and I was really emotional about that. So
Okay.
when they gave me ice and then
Right.
let me use it, I almost cried because I was like, it went away in a second. And like the pain that I've been feeling for so long, I wasn't willing to take medicine because they weren't gonna help. They were just gonna cover it. Yeah, so I was like, it went away.
Right.
And I almost cried, and then I touched my eyes with the ice. So I did cry. Yeah.
Man, that's whatever.
Oh my gosh, in the Revive too, I have a story with that one. I'm like I looked back at him and he had a reaction. So I was always with Robert everywhere, but every single time I left the car, it was like I was here thing with my hair. So yeah, I was like a cat because I was shedding because I was stressed, I think. There's a whole bunch of things going on. But I have no idea, honestly. But when I was using the Revive, all like the split ends started to disappear. I didn't have to go to like get my hair cut every 2 months. I can go like actually I went 6 months.
Wow.
Now I have to get it again. So, but yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So we have a lot of angles you can go with your idea. And I'd probably go this angle. Okay. I think I'll do this. Okay. So, hey guys. So my name's Sierra. With my bubbly attitude, I'm trying to be Sierra. Hey guys, my name's Sierra. How are you? Yeah, but yeah, if you don't know me, actually growing up, I don't know why, but literally I was the type of person that every single month I would get some type of illness. And it'd be so bad to the point, and I would just go to the doctors. They give me a different prescription every single time. One of my favorites was this cream that they gave me. You know, it was this paper cream. They said every time you look at it, just think of health, you know? So I've literally tried it all. And honestly, every single time I used that, it was a different symptom every single time. Maybe it's just a bad immune system, but I noticed that nothing helped at all, you know? And I really felt like I was polluting my body. It was just like, I just felt I don't know what was going on, you know? And I think it affected me. And what happened was, I think because of that, like my body was just weak as a whole. What happened was, I know there was one time I fell. You fell? Is that what happened?
I tripped and I fell correctly.
Yeah.
Still broke.
I tripped, I fell, you know, it was like one of those normal falls. You would just get up, no problem. And I noticed there was something wrong with my finger, right? And actually what happened, I broke my wrist for the first time ever. And what they let me know was that actually, when they saw that, they actually said that afterwards that I had arthritis. You know, here I am, I'm like, how old are you? 18?
18.
I was 18 years old. They told me I had arthritis. Like, honestly, and no offense, I thought that was like old people things, you know? And like I had arthritis, and then I ended up having tendonitis and all these different things. And honestly, now I'm thinking about it, I think it's probably because my body's just been so ravaged by all those medications from before, you know? I just didn't understand my health, you know? I don't know if that'd be correct or not. That's one thing I'd expect, you know? Because can you imagine what those did? I don't know. But basically, I wasn't taking care of my body the right way. And I was always health conscious, but I didn't understand it to the extent that I wanted to. And what happened is, thank God I got introduced to some of these products. And one of which specifically, the Magna-Cal D was incredible. You know, the doctor said it would take me 3 months to actually heal from arthritis, tendonitis. Your tendonitis. And actually in 1 week, it went away. And to the point now, exactly, right? Thank you, Gwen. But now it's to the point that actually, gosh, like to this day, I have had no symptoms of anything related to tendonitis at all. And it just got me so aware. Now doctors, they still send me prescription medication all the time, but I've become a lot more aware. I'm just like, I like don't take them, you know? I want to find natural ways to heal my body. I'm still learning so much, but I've loved this entire line. I use them all the time right now. And I really feel there's ways to heal your body from the inside out. You know, I love what we're doing here. So I'd say something like that, but with the passion and the gusto that you got, you know? So, all right. Thank you, Sierra. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Let's go out there and, gosh, Liz, can we do this? I do want to go for you, but I also want to make sure we're on time as well too. So if there's time today, well, we'll still do it today sometime. If there's time in a general session, we can do that. If not, I'm definitely going to do your idea as well too. Is that okay? I know you're excited. I am too. I know. All right. I hope you guys, but after seeing 3, do you see they're all different? Your story is your story, but every story is powerful. Everyone has things dealing with your health and your body that definitely people can relate to, right? But do you see how powerful it is once it's laid out there? Okay. So work on that. We'll get that down for you. Okay. So now we have actually the least important part of the entire presentation is the actual presentation. You know, it really is. And the presentation is pretty straightforward. You do all these, see, right? When you do the ID right, you meet and greet right, they're already buying something. They just don't know what the product is yet. You know? So presenting, the big thing is this. Some people trip about presenting. It's not too difficult. Okay? Number 1, remember you have samples that you can give out. Okay? Number 2, it's understanding what actually gets people excited. What gets people excited is your excitement, your passion. When I'm presenting, I'm like on fire. You know, I'm just passionate about what's going on, you know? And you know, when I present, I'm not even thinking about them buying anything. I'm saying, you got to know about this right now. You got to know about, this is your chance to kind of spew your health knowledge upon them, okay? Have fun. And the biggest thing is facts tell, stories sell. So let me walk you through this real quick, okay? All right. So let's say, have we all been in ARC support?
Yes.
And if not, as you heard from yesterday's academy, we're updating this soon. We can check. So if you haven't been in ARC support, everyone has access to this. I would do my sample parties to the website. Yeah. You can do this on your phone. You can do it on your browser. You can access from anywhere, all right? So you go on it. You press enter. And when you go to enter, you press explore. When you explore, this is your whole presentation right here. Okay? This is the whole thing. So you could start all the way from the beginning. It's up to you. What's great about the beginning is you can actually, and flow through this beforehand so you know what the flow is like. But what's great is you can sound like a health expert just by reading through these slides. You know? Did you guys? Yeah, exactly. You want them to feel like you know what you're talking about. You know? Did you guys know that these are the leading causes of death right now? Heart disease, cancer, preventable medical errors, you know? And you know what's crazy? As many as 400,000 people die each year from preventable medical errors in hospitals. They're like, whoa. Right? Like, seriously. That's all you need, right? You got kids like this now. That's ridiculous, you know? So you kind of just flow through this. I won't go too much into it. How do you learn the presentation? Go to a couple overviews. Take some notes. Go to a couple of samples. Remember, I did a sample party with seeing one sample party. Okay? Of course, you have the company as well, too. I like to go right into, so you can show this so there's credibility. You know, been around for 6 years. We're doing business in all over the world. Oh, they changed this. I did the calculation on this, actually. But they didn't add in another thing. So they're still updating this.
That's an old one. That's the old one.
Oh, this is the old one?
Yeah, that's
Oh, this is super old. Oh, so they don't have to do it. Yep. So you go through the product philosophy. Deanna's important, right? I won't go too much into this right now. But the biggest thing is this, okay? So
a lot of it is just studying the website, and all these are on our overview slides. So when you come to overview, we talk about the same thing over and over, right? So through osmosis, honestly, you already know what to say.
exactly.
You just have to try it, you know? So when you go on the slides, it talks about Deanna's credentials, and you literally just like, you know, pick a couple points that you feel is impactful and then just say those. And that's enough to show the credibility of our product already.
Exactly. If I were to give one tip for presenting, okay, let's say when you get into the product itself, all this stuff is good. By this point, when you go through this, they already feel like you're a boss. Like, wow, this person knows what they're talking about, right? When you get to the products, let's say we talk about Rejuvenex.
Woo!
Yeah. Hill's favorite, okay? So how would I normally present a product if I were to give you an outline? It's not the facts that's going to sell them. It's the story that's going to be interesting. So I like to do, if you were to give an outline, is I'll talk about what it is, what it does, and then a story, right? So yeah, this is the Rejuvenex. Man, I love Rejuvenex. And what Rejuvenex is a combination of superfruits, acai berry, noni berry, mangosteen. You can just read off of this, right? And what it helps you do, it gives you this calm, focused energy with no crash. You know, this is one of my personal favorites. Give a story, right? I noticed that when I'm on long drives, have you ever like fallen asleep at the wheel before?
Yes.
Horrible, you know? When I'm on long drives, I take like a couple of these and I just notice I'm like focused. Or when you're like yawning, you take this, you stop yawning. You know? And this really goes out there and it helps you so much. Who here uses something for energy every now and then? Boom. Okay?
I use slow.
Yeah, exactly, right? So see, boom, just like that. That's simple, okay? During the portion, this is the key. When you're going through the products, remember, you know what your guests want. Let's say they have some heart issues. Then I might focus on Omega Q. I'll highlight it. Like, hey, Christine, I remember you mentioned there were some heart issues. This one could be really helpful for you. I'll highlight these things, okay? So I'll run through all those. So have fun. Explore the explore button, all right? You can definitely have a lot of stuff. Stay tuned. I'm so excited for them. I feel so blessed that we're in this organization. You know, this is not an RX made thing. This is a representative made thing. Meaning, yeah, can you imagine you had to make this? You know? So it's so huge, man. No one, the RX world does not use this. We do. So I'm so thankful, especially once let's see if they did. I wonder. Not yet. Oh, you know what? Night creams here. Some of them are here. Oh, nice. I think they're going to update it more, actually. I think this was there before. Cool. All right.
That wasn't there before.
This was there kind of before, like a week ago. But it's not the new one. Like Prime, for example. Remember we said, yeah, it's the old one.
Oh, yeah.
Gotcha. If you buy from here, you pay Mr. Verlafus, which is nice. Okay, cool. Anything on the presentation itself?
Well, the biggest thing, like what James was saying,
Yeah.
so think of a story for all of it. So if you already know what your guests want, for example, if someone wants to lose weight, you're already thinking, I need them to be on the clinical pack, right? And then you can think of a story and talk about someone using the clinical pack, have pictures in your phone. A lot of the things that we do is like we have photos in our photo album for like Jovet before after pictures and for Slenderize before and after pictures.
Exactly.
And even for like for people's like skin. So you can even sell like the beauty packs in your back office. So all these like come prepared, right? Like before you go, you already know what they want. Just focus on those products and prepare a story for it, because stories are so powerful, and it's even better if it's your own.
Yeah.
So as you're exploring different products, start looking into it, you know, start realizing, like, for example, I kept track when I broke my toe in the gym, I kept track of how long it took me to recover while I was on the MagniCal D.
Yep.
Because I wanted to know if it was going to be faster than what my doctor told me.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 times faster than what my doctor told me that I needed to recover. You know, so now I have a story, and I can say when I fractured my toe in the gym, the doctor told me it would take me 4 to 6 weeks to recover, and it took me 2 weeks and I was able to walk. You know, so I kept track. But if you didn't pay attention, you'll be using a product and don't have a story, right?
Exactly.
So everything you're using, like, think about what it's doing to you and take notes on it.
You got it. You got it. Yes.
I actually just realized this. We were talking about Rejuvenex. I didn't used to like Rejuvenex before, but I didn't think it would work all the time. I was really confused. I didn't know why. So when I was, when we were taking our hiatus, and I didn't realize why Rejuvenex works sometimes. And you know, sometimes you're like, why isn't this working? Like, I'm still asleep. I mean, I'm still sleepy. But but so during our hiatus, when Liz and I were just kind of living like normal people, and I would be like, you know, oh, I don't want to use the products, but I want to use the products. You know, I still want to use them, but I just want to feel the effects, you know. And so what Liz she kind of like twisted my arm was taking Restorix for at least 3 months. And it was like a consistent basis every single day, because I would skip days or like I would use it for
Mhm.
a month, switch to a different product, use it for a month, things like that.
Right.
And I just realized I was thinking back on my story and why I love Rejuvenex so much right now
Mhm.
and why it works so effectively is because I realized that it could have been the Restorex cleansing my body so it can properly process everything and
Mm.
absorb all the nutrients instead
There we
of being
go.
inflamed and unable to absorb the ingredients.
Detox yourself. We should have a month of detox. What's up, Andrew?
I'm not sure if it's, I mean, just for this organization, but also the SoCal teams. I noticed doing the live Benali and Omega Q test
Mm-hmm.
is being less demonstrated.
Yeah.
Would you encourage us to do that on a frequent basis?
Honestly, I personally don't do it. And the reason why is I think there's enough backing already where we don't need to do the test. It's good to have, and there's a video too. But you can do it. I would do it personally as well too, which is nice. Exactly. Yeah. We didn't have Slenderex and Jove and
I know it extends it prolongs the
a lot. So
Oh, yeah.
if you don't know, there's a visual test we do, Styrofoam cup. It's a great experiment. It's here. You can just watch it. Yeah. Exactly. But if someone that's really into it, for sure, show that and do it as well too. Those are good. Yes, Sierra. Sure, that'd be fantastic.
So what I've noticed is that Rejuvenex specifically for me, energy is not why I take it. If I'm taking it with Slenderex, I know that it works better, but that's actually when I forgot this in my testimonial, I actually had a bacteria that was eating away at the marrow of my jaw. Yeah, I don't know why I forgot that, but that was during, I guess. But there was one day, so I worked at a gym and I was the opener. And I had to go in, wake up at 4 a.m., go there in extreme, excruciating pain. And when it's in your jaw too, it messes, I almost said a bad word, messes with your head and your emotions. So I was crying, letting people in and things like that. They knew me very well. So they were like, are you going to come back tomorrow? Like as they were leaving, I'm like, yeah. Yeah, so I was like, the tissues, oh, it was bad. But I took Rejuvenex and because I forgot my thing at home, so I told my mom to go home, get Rejuvenex, get painkillers. So my mom came back because she's an early person, morning. And I took the Rejuvenex. My emotions and everything was balanced. I have a friend. She, I gave it Rejuvenex as a bottle as a gift to her. She goes, "Oh, you got my happy pills." She has the same shift that I did, so we switched. For it doesn't mean if it's not working on you for energy, there's other things that are going on in your body because it works. For me, for the longest time, I actually was like, maybe it just doesn't work on me because I'm ADHD because I have a lot of energy, as you guys can see. But it works. It works in the ways that it's saying.
Nice.
Yeah.
There we go. Perfect. Thank you for sharing. If I were to give one more tip, this is actually very important, actually. If you don't want to get your business shut down, jot down the disclaimers. Understand we are in a, and it wasn't based off of you, just thinking about it. Whenever you give a story or testimonial, be very, very wary of any claims that we make because we are in a supplement industry. And we're not regulated by the FDA. And there's all types of conspiracy theories. I'm not here to talk about that right now, you know? But basically, because we're not a food or a drug, we can't make a claim like this helped heal this, right? So if you notice, whenever I phrase a testimonial, I'll always say something like, I can't say it was exactly the product, but it's the only thing I changed. But this was my experience, okay? So make sure whenever you're talking about the product, add that in. Otherwise, one day we'll see you in the news about crack down on health. No, I won't be that serious. But yeah, that's a big deal, especially as you get bigger. Imagine you get known and your samples are huge, then yeah, you want to be very careful, you know. Whole companies have shut down because of improper health claims. So, not to scare you, but to scare you. All right. So, okay. Stay clear that you're right. All right, we're almost done here, guys. You guys ready for the rest here? We're doing good on time. Okay. We have a lot to teach. Okay. Okay. Remember I said 80% deals with the open and close. Open and close. I see so many people jack this up. It's so strange, okay? And part of it deals with this awkwardness of feeling of, sorry, I'm walking right in front of this, of asking for money.
Yeah.
For some reason, we are afraid of asking for a credit card. Even though, has anyone here ever done a cashier type of job before in your life? Are we scared of grabbing payment information there? You know, I don't know why. But when it's our own business, you're scared of grabbing card information. It's weird, you know. I have my theories, but it is out there, right? Understand, number one, don't be afraid. They are there because they want it. Don't be afraid to sell them something. They want to buy. Okay, I've seen so many times they're so interested, but they just didn't ask, what are you interested in? And then you lose the sale. Okay, so let's talk about this, all right? And babe, do we have extra PC apps at all? Actually, no, I don't have my Padfolio here. You can grab it. So we finished the sample party. How do you close it? What I like to do is, especially if it's for another rep, I will bring up their promotion again. So hey guys, thank you so much for your time. I hope you had a lot of fun. And remember, you're giving samples all throughout and you're doing all types of things. And you know, I know we're here for Bill's promotion. He's really close. If you're interested in anything, definitely it's gonna help out Bill. You see how I'll say that one more time? Because they forget. And then I'm like, oh, I want to help support Bill. I like these products. It could be that little fact that pushes them over the edge. I've seen that many times. I'll talk to someone and during it, they're like, does this help Bill? It does. Okay, I want it now, right? So how do you sign the application? I'm going to go out there and grab this. Who here has seen the preferred customer application before? If we could go out there, do we have extras that we can hand out to everyone? I'm going to do an exercise on this. So start here. Okay, Becky's going to get some, all right? That's a price list, okay? And I want to give some keys to this, okay? This is a very big part to number one, why some people only get 75 points and some people get a couple hundred points and whatever, right? The key is recommending. Remember, you did the presentation, you care about them. The product won't do anything if they're not using it, okay? So when you go to a doctor, can we imagine this scenario? What do? They recommend. They diagnose and they recommend a whole list of stuff. And as we heard from Sierra, you don't have to do them all, right? So I'm going to pass this out real quick so everyone can grab one of these. Okay. One thing you notice, another thing about the application, you want them to look nice. I've seen people use black and white applications. Come on, you know? I've seen even worse when there's a bad printer and there's lines. You know, can you imagine, you know, this multi-billion-dollar company, right? A little bit more, a little of an investment, okay? So that you could actually have a good impression, okay? You don't want things falling apart. So what I'll do is at the very end is I will go out there, oh, be careful, and let me walk through a process, okay? I need a volunteer. Andrew. Liz. Liz, come up here, Liz. I was gonna call him Liz. I was kidding, because I wanted Liz to be extra excited. I love you, Liz. No worries. All right, there you go. Okay, go. I'm gonna walk. You're gonna be my customer. Okay. So at the very end, I will go up to her and let's say, Liz, what are some of your, okay. So I will ask her, okay, we're good? Sounds good, okay? So remember, my goal is to recommend. And I'm thinking in my head, how can I help them out there? So I will have the price sheet, okay? I'm picking the products for them. Okay, number one mistake. What are you interested in? The purity look cool. Okay. All right, you got a sale, cool. You only got 47 points. That's $6. You know, your rep is really sad now, right? So I'll be like, okay, so Liz, hey, well, I'm just curious. I know after seeing everything, I will ask that. Was there anything that caught your eye?
The Slender seemed kind of interesting.
The SlenderX caught your eye? Fantastic. You know, you usually have the pod display here. Yeah. Okay, so this SlenderX. I'm curious, do you have any type of weight loss goals or fitness goals in mind?
Not really. It's just usually, around Christmas time, you tend to gain a couple extra pounds and then work it off later.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
I'm kind of busy, so
Makes sense.
it would be really great to lose weight a little bit easier.
Okay, gotcha. So are you looking to lose weight right now, or are you thinking for the future right now?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah. I
So
mean, right now I'm really, really busy with work and stuff. So I don't have much time to work out.
got it. Okay.
So I'd like to at least keep a good weight.
There we go. Well, you look really fit already.
Thank you.
You know, I don't think you have much to lose, but I mean, if you were to have a goal in mind, like, is it a number? Is it a fitness goal? Is it a feeling? Like, what would you say it is?
I guess it's just a feeling.
A feeling.
Yeah, because right now I can't. I've started noticing that my jeans are starting to fit a little tighter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I don't like that feeling.
No.
I ripped too many jeans that way. I get you, you know? Seriously, some of my favorite jeans, man. Yeah, dropped it too low. Dropped it too low, you know? You have fun with this, right? I'll say these things. But well, so outside of that, is there anything else you're looking for? Energy, anything like that, or?
Well, the shakes seemed interesting.
Okay, because you're so busy, right?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
I tend to actually, there's a vending machine at work, and so like I'll eat whenever
Dude.
I forget my lunch.
Dude.
Not enough time. Yeah.
Oh, Liz, come on.
Oh, I
All right.
know.
Gotcha. Okay, so
bad.
convenience, that's what you're looking for as
Yeah.
well too. Gotcha. And are you using other supplements right now at all?
Well, this is just assuming that.
No, I'm just whatever. I'm just
assuming I've never seen this.
sure. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I've actually used multivitamins before when I was in high school.
Okay, gotcha.
I just didn't like the way that they made me feel.
Got
like
it.
I always had like a stomach ache
Got
for
it.
some reason.
Got it.
But I knew the importance of it.
Okay.
I'm kind of
Perfect.
wary when it comes to that. But
Right,
I
right.
have been thinking of using.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So okay, so you see what I'm doing? I'm asking questions. You know, you see, I'm seeing the different categories. I'm seeing what's good. In my mind, I'm already formulating a recommendation now. All right. So what's good for fitness? SlenderX. What else is good for fitness? Rejuvenex. The Ultimate Pack, right? Yeah. Honestly, and we might kind of kid about it, but you know what? Honestly, like every product, like there's nothing bad about them. All of them do something good. So I don't feel bad about recommending a lot of things. I know. But for Liz, honestly, what I would do, I do some individual products. So she's not looking for a massive transformation, you know. For me, I would probably do the SlenderX. I would do the MOA for sure for convenience, Pure Nourish, you know. You definitely need the Heart Health Pack as well too, for general health as well.
Yeah.
Rejuvenex you're gonna love as well, you know. Yeah, because you're so busy working, and you're gonna love the water bottle. How much water are you drinking a day?
I actually don't drink that much water while I'm working.
Of course, yeah, because you're so busy, right?
That and because my boss doesn't allow us to have water, like the vending machine water bottles.
Oh,
with us
really?
because, a lot of people tend to forget them, so there's
Oh,
like,
makes
random water
sense.
bottles around.
Gotcha. Well, you won't forget this water bottle.
No,
You're gonna love this. Yeah, it'd be cheaper than buying vending machine. How much is it in a vending machine?
it's $1.25.
Dude, this is so much cheaper. Fraction of the cost.
Okay.
You know, you're gonna be the talk of your office. They're all gonna be wanting one
Well,
of
it
this.
does look very pretty.
It is very pretty. You're gonna love it, you know?
Okay.
So that's what I recommend. See, now I have a recommendation. And later on the sheet, I'll like jot it down and then I'll mark it down. Okay. So now the key is this, okay? How do we go out there and actually sign it and then we upsell them to become a preferred customer? Because our goal is not a one-time customer, it's a repeat customer. So she's more of a general health, right? See, I'm not outlandish with my recommendation. You know, I'm not gonna be like, you need the Ultimate Pack. Like if you don't feel it's gonna help, you know, you wanna be an honest recommendation, it's better. When I met with Hill's customer, I was very honest. I was just like, you should just try this and this for what you need, you know? And she took off one of the recommendations, but she still got a couple products, right? Fantastic, okay? So then next what I will go out there and ask is this, okay? So you can go back to your seat. Thank you so much, Liz. Take notes on this because you guys are gonna practice soon. All right? We're gonna do some math together. Take out your phones. I will give you an equation. All right. Yes.
You don't give them
Okay, if you're in a sample party, usually what I'll do is I'll give it out, and then I'll be like, hey, mark down some things you're interested in. But then the key is the personal consultation afterwards. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, you can give it to them, but I'll fill it out with them. Yeah, usually that's what happens. Yeah, it is, which is okay because I'll explain the pricing afterwards. You know. Okay, so what I'll do is this. All right, this is how you get a PC. It's so simple. PC means preferred customer. They have their own account. They're on auto delivery. All right, they're a repeat customer. So let's add this up. So on your sheet, look at, can you do some math for me? All right, I'm going to go out there. Let me give you the recommendations. Did you guys get camaraderie down? So not camaraderie, camaraderie.
2 R's or 1 R?
3 R's. 1 R. There we go. However you want to remember it, all right? So this is our Liz. Liz, is it with an S or a Z? What do you go by, Liz? Oh, there we go. Nice. Liz, you go by an S, right?
No, L-I-Z.
It is a Z? No. When you go by your nickname. Is it Z? I've been doing it around my whole life. Z it is. Oh. So your name changes based off the market we're in. That's cool. Your name changes based off the market that we're in. Okay. So we're going to do this. And then we're going to do Omega Q, Rejuvenex, Pure Nourish Natural, Pure Nourish Power Boost, and then a Purity. And was there something? MOA. Actually, these don't have the MOA on it yet. These are the older ones. So the MOA you see there is the old MOA. But let's just do this for example, all right? So I'll do a calculation, all right? So this is what I'll do. You see there's 3 pricings, okay? Our goal is to scare them.
Yes.
All right. So take the retail. Can we all do this math real quick? Do you see Slendex and Accelerate? How much is it retail?
107.
Where are you looking, my friend? 161.36. I don't know where Hill is looking. Okay. How much are optimals? There we go. So add that. How much are Omega Q?
65 or 60.
There we go. Okay. All right. Rejuvenex.
74.
Perfect. Add that. Pure Nourish Natural. Okay. Pure Nourish Power Boost. Man, Stephanie's on this. She's got this. Heat-seeking missile. Purity water bottle. It'll be the Purity, in this one, Purity System Plastic. Okay. And then MOA. It did, I'm just, for example, MOA.
Yeah, so if you still have that, you just tell them we don't have the single MOA option anymore. So they have to get the 2-pack. And then what about the Juventus as well? With this app.
Yeah, we're getting all our tools updated. So let's just say it's the MOA 1. Okay, we'll use that. Perfect. Okay, so what subtotal did you guys get so far?
693.76.
That is correct. So if you didn't get that, 76. It's okay. 110 off. Man, you're overcharging your customer by a penny, man. There we go.
Taxes is different in every part.
This has no tax yet.
Objection. I tried.
I know, right? Okay, so what I'll do with it, that's a subtotal. And I will just assume 10% tax. Okay? It'll be a little over. I'd rather overestimate than underestimate. People always trip out when they pay more than what they expect. But if you overestimate by a little bit and they pay less, they feel better, right? Okay, so what you do, 10% easy equation times 1.1. Times 1.1. So that times 1.1. You should get 763.136. Did you guys get that? So why 1.1? So 10% of what you have is the tax. So if you want 10% more, you multiply it by 1.1 because that's 110%. Quick math.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, subtotal. I know, right? Times 110%. What's 110% in decimals? 1.1. Remember, 1, 2, right? You know, 1.1. It is 10% tax, but you multiply it by 110% to get the tax. Because then what you can do, if you do 10 times 10%, you'll get 10%, and then you have to add it again to the subtotal. So this just takes 1 out. Okay, so you multiply by a 1.1.
So that number is your subtotal plus the tax.
Yes, exactly. Any questions? If you don't understand it,
We know just like
Yeah.
ketchup.
fun times. So 1.1. Just remember 1.1. Okay, perfect. All right, so that gives you the subtotal plus 10% tax. And then what you do is if it's over like 3 products, I'll assume around $15 of shipping. Okay, I'm just doing an assumption. If it's under that, $10 of shipping. Okay, so I'll just add 15. We have 778.136.
Yes.
Fantastic. So this is what you tell them. Any questions so far?
No, I just still need ketchup.
Oh, no worries. Gotcha. Perfect. Okay. So you have the number. And then what you do is you're like, Christine, just to let you know, this is what the retail would be. It's pretty high, all right? But understand this, okay? And usually I'll give a disclaimer. And this is what I took this, I stole this from Ava. She says this, and that's why she sells so much every single sample party. She says, I understand we're dealing with like Bentley quality products here. We're dealing with the highest quality out there because we want the best for your body. So it's going to come with a price, but honestly, it's a pretty good one. Okay? This way they're not like, oh my God, you know, the number one thing you might get is, well, Target's not that expensive. Well, dude, you know? Yeah. Okay? So it'd be 778, 136 for that. Okay? So a little bit higher, but let me ask you this, Christine. Would it be okay with you to save 30% today?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay? So 30%, I'll do another math. So 30% of this means it's actually 70% of this number. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'll multiply, yes.
So we go straight to 30 now? You don't offer them 15?
I never do 15. I've never had a 15, no.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I don't personally.
Standards, Robert.
As
Then what you do is that you get the extra 15.
a retail profit.
Yeah, that's retail.
You would.
So.
Yeah. I tend not to. So then you take this times 0.7. Yeah.
Equation down.
Yep. So that should give you the 30% discount. And what I'll usually say is like, did you see that, Christine? You saved over $200. People like savings, you know? Becky goes shopping the other day and all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, everything's on sale. You just want to buy more, you know? So you got this, you can say, we had $200. That's like you got the Slenders for free and you got the water bottle for free almost. They're like, oh, I like that. All right. They're like, well, how do you get that? How do you get that? It's very simple. This is when I talk about a preferred customer account. Okay. Well, Christine, all we need is to get you a preferred customer account. It's all free to actually. All right. Quick. This is a cool stat. It's an easy way to upsell. Did you know that actually, how much does it cost to get a 2X membership for a PC? $25. 25. Yeah. Did you know you can actually get it for free?
Yes.
When you order how much? 200. So if you order 200 points, you get your 2X membership for free.
Oh.
Where are the points? On the sheet, it's on the right side, there's points. So you can add the points yourself. So let's say, for example, you have a customer that's 150 points. Like, you know what, Christina, if we just get you this, you can get the membership for free to get the 30% discount. All right. But let's say, yeah, this one, let's just say it has a membership for free, right? Christine, all you need is this preferred customer account. You can choose it. You can control it yourself. You can order products at any time. It ships directly to you. You don't have to go through me or anything. Now, what's great about that is being on it, you actually get a full 30% discount. The only thing you need is something called auto delivery, because you're going to run out of your shakes, you're going to run out of your vitamins, you're going to run out of your fish oil and stuff. So next month, you just have to pick some products to be on, and don't worry, you can change it at any time. You know, so let's say next month comes along, you don't need fish oil, you might want something else. You can change it, or you can even postpone it if you want to, you know. But as long as you're on that program, you get the full 30% discount. Most people are like, sure, sign me up. Right? People are scared of recurring payment. And honestly, the way I am, like, my goal is I'll support them throughout the process so they will want to have another payment. Yeah. You know? And I'll be like, all right. And I'll ask them what products they think they would want the next month. And I'll even recommend some, right? Just to put it on there. So that, go, yes.
Okay, so they have to have, in order to be preferred customer, it's
Yes.
30% off.
Yes.
It has to have auto delivery.
Yes.
They can change it every month if
Yes.
they don't want to have
Yep.
the same thing, but it has to stay on. Otherwise, if they don't want to go with auto delivery, then what's the...
Let's say next month they can't do it, then they can get off of it. They still have their account, but if they want the discount again, they just have to reorder again, and then they continue to get the 30% discount like that.
Basically, when they set up the auto delivery, the system triggers an additional 15% off on top of the 2X membership, which is 30 total.
Okay.
But if they cancel the auto delivery, they already ordered at the 30%. So it technically doesn't affect how much they pay.
Right.
But the next time they want to buy it again, the system's going to show they only get 15. So they will have to set up the auto delivery again. So the goal is, I usually say something like, you know, what I would recommend is, especially for the heart health pack, which is your Optimals and Omega Q, is something you need to be on like a regular basis, you know, because just taking the supplement once a month is not going to make too big of a difference. So I would highly recommend staying on auto delivery with these, because you don't want to have your auto delivery have your products run out and wait for 5 days for the products to come again and skip 5 days of taking your vitamins, you know. Or if they want to do SlenderX again, you can put a SlenderX on the next month. Just be like, you know, I know you're trying to lose 30 pounds. After this month, most likely our average weight loss is around 15 pounds in a month. So I would make sure I put the SlenderX on the next month auto delivery, so you can continue the process and not miss a couple days, because then you have to restart. You know, that's usually how I say it. But if you don't like the product afterwards, you can always cancel it or postpone it. Or if you have more, you can always postpone it. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. So I need you guys to group up again. It can be someone next to you. That's fine. So group up with one person. We're going to do some calculations, exercises. So everyone have a pair? Everyone have a pair? Yes. Everyone have a pair? Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Sweet. Okay. Andrew needs a pair. So Andrew can do it with Becky. Perfect. All right, sounds good. So I need one of the pair to raise a hand. Everyone have a pair that one of them raise a hand? Okay, perfect. Sounds good. So you will be the one signing the application. Okay? Your customer just went out there and said, I want SlenderX or StoreX, and you went through this. SlenderX or StoreX Prime Pack with coconut oil and an instant tightener. Your objective is to show them how much it costs, and of course, show them how they can get a discount as well. All right? So. Let me know when you guys got your price and you're done. Done? Did you get a discount already? What's the discount? Are you done? What number did you get? And then give a discount to you. So you're going to sign him up as a PC, a 2X PC. Let me know when you get your numbers. We'll see. What'd you get? You got it. So Tony's there. We can recalculate. Did we get it? Same number? Sweet. Good job, Bill. Fantastic. Okay. Anyone else done?
Yes, we're done.
What number did you get?
456.2.
Slightly off. Yes. What did we get here?
Oh,
I you know why? 466.32.
How much?
466.32.
Oh, I did.
460 is 70, but close. We missed some cents somewhere. Shipping. Shipping? Yes. Yes, that's right. Got it. Cool.
What about the shipping?
Shipping is included in that one, right? You did $15? Yeah. Got it, got it? Got it, got it? Okay. Did any couple not do it yet? I think we all got it. Jordan? Okay.
67.07.
Try the 30 now. Let me see what that's like. You missed $10 somewhere, but that's okay. Got it. Okay. Cool. Let's flip it real quick. I want the other person to try it as well too. New recommendations: SlenderX or Storks and a Pure Nourish pack.
So, first one is 160, 136. And then the restore, which is going to be 109.
Okay, got my number. Let me know. What do you have? Got it. So we good. Took notes. Good job. You got it. Perfect. Nice. Exactly. Right. Right. Dude, there we go. This will be good for you then. This will be easy for you. Perfect. It's over there. Yes. You can make that a restroom, the pantry. Are they? Yeah. How many likes and comments do you have now? Oh, there we go, man. It's starting. It is starting. And it's only not even 6 p.m. Oh. Perfect. Good again. I will show you what to say. You got it. There we go. Sweet. Zula, were we able to get it? Okay, no worries. $387.63. Perfect. Okay. Good, good, good. Gwen, Stephanie, did you guys get it? You got it. Good job. Good job. What's the discount then? I got 387.63. Missed some cents somewhere. So go through it a couple times. Okay. Were you able to get it, Zula? No? Let me walk you through. Oh, you got that. Okay. So you did that. So now you need to add in tax. Did you do plus 15 yet?
Yeah, put 15 in.
Okay. So now one more times 0.7.
But
Time.
I think it's 1 time
It's 0.7.
7.
Yep. Equals. Okay. That means that we missed somewhere.
All right. When I did the 387,
Here, let me show you. So I'm going to go through this with you.
Okay.
So follow through with me. So I'm going to take the SlenderX. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Retail.
161.
So let's type that in. So let's type that into your phone. 6136.36 plus. Next, RestoreX. How much is it retail? RestoreX. Which is up here.
109.93.
Yep. Okay. And then Pure Nourish. Perfect. Equal. Yep. And then Pure Nourish Pack is down here. 218.5. Yep. Equals. Okay. All right. That's your subtotal. And then we multiply times 1.1 equals. All right. And then plus 15. So that's your retail equals. Yep. Perfect. You got it. Now that is your subtotal with the tax and shipping retail. Now we're going to give the 30% discount. So times 0.7 equals. Perfect. That's it. That's a discount. Yes.
So for the email for the seat, usually just send it to you, so I can forward it to the person.
Usually for them, I'll send it to them.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like from Melinda, that's what I did. I sent it to myself. And
That's fine. Yeah. Either way works. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you take care of that yourself. Yep. Perfect, guys. Did we all get it? We're all good, guys? Perfect. Okay. You guys ready to wrap this up? Couple more tips. So good job. I just want everyone to walk through that so they understand it. Okay. Couple other things you can do now as well too. All right. One thing I'd like to mention, if they got over 100, this is kind of advanced, but you can do it if you want, you know, is if they got over 150 points, how much does it take for a rep to be activated points wise? So if you see that, something I might ask, you can actually send them as a rep. I'm like, hey, you know, Ben, I've noticed you got quite a few products. I'm curious, do you think you might know some people that be interested in these products as well too? You know, it's gonna be great. There's a really strong referral program here. Number one, you get tax write-offs. You know, so usually if they have a job, they love tax write-offs. But number two, if you refer, you can actually get some. You can get some credit rebates. You can even get paid here. You know, so you can just bring me in to do the same thing, and it'll credit towards you. But yeah, would that interest you? Perfect. All it is a $30 membership and a little bit more information. That's it. $30 is the boss, right? It's that red thing they get. And all you need additional information is just their social, and you get their social. Yes.
Is the boss free if they purchase a certain amount of points?
No, it's not, unfortunately. Yeah. Good question. Yeah. It's their membership and everything included. And then all you need is social. Just let them know it's for tax purpose, for the tax write-off. And you just need the date of birth. That's it. And you got a rep. You could, depending. Yeah, you should just do it right then and there. Now you have the smart links and all that.
With smart links, usually you want to do it when you're not with them.
Like on web.
Yeah, over the web. So
Exactly.
you can, like, you know.
Exactly. So congrats, you got a rep now. Okay. And then one thing you can do is this is what turns it into a business model. Because what you want is not just a customer to be the customer. You want them to refer you people as well. So something that Duke recommended, which is a cool thing to do. Let's say, for example, Kenneth just hopped on board and you want them to bring some more referrals, right? You can consider bonusing some product. Let's say a power boost or a beauty boost or something like that. Something that's not, doesn't break the bank, maybe like $20, right? But toothpaste, oil, you know, something like that. These little things. But hey, Kenneth, you know, I know that during the whole thing, I know that you saw that there were a lot of it looked like you were into the shakes. You know what? You can actually get a free a free power boost. You know, would you be interested in getting that for free? I'm like, how do I do it? Well, hey, if you know like 3 people that are just like you, they're looking for help. If you can get them together and I just do this for them in the next couple of days, give them a deadline by Friday. Right? They don't have to buy. If you just do that for me, then and I'll do everything, then we'll give you a free power boost. You think that's doable? Perfect. You can just add that in. You'd be surprised. You do that over 10 sample parties. Let's say a couple of them do it. And that leads you like a never-ending sample party list. Okay? So you got that. All right. Perfect. Couple more things and we are done. Follow up. Follow up. You don't need a lot of customers personally to do well here. This is where most reps flop. Okay? Remember, when I get a customer on board or a rep on board, I'm with them. Like when I sign someone up, I'm supporting them. Like that's how I do it. Okay? I make sure when they get the product, I'm there with them. I want to make sure they know how to use the products. There's been so many times customers will have a product and we'll check on them maybe a month later. They didn't even open it yet. They didn't do it yet. You know what happens? They return the product. Or they just don't use it. They don't get the result. So some people wonder, why do I have to keep on getting new customers? It's because we didn't support the existing customers. Okay? Becky is amazing with follow-up. Becky had a customer referred to by the mom. This person ended up getting over like $800 of products right off the bat, almost $1,000 worth, you know? And then throughout the process, Becky actually supported him throughout using all the products. Open the products with him. We call it a product opening. What is a product opening? It is exactly what it sounds like. You open the products with them, right? And as you open it with them, whether it's physically, over the phone, over the web, whatever, right? You show them how to use everything. Hey, you use the Optimals twice a day, 3 times with this one, right? You say these things. And as Becky was doing that, Becky also made sure he was on the Slenderize program, that throughout the process, she was supporting him, checking on his weight loss, giving him recommendations. By the time actually the first month happened, he was on an auto delivery, at least $500 worth, $800 worth a month of product. All right. First month, he loved it. Second month, he loved it still. Ironically, within the second, third month, we found out he was using SlenderStrong the entire time. You know, he only took it once a day rather than 3 times a day. But because of the support and he felt fantastic on all the other products, he wasn't losing weight as fast as we thought he could.
Like 2 pounds a week,
yeah,
on average, which is like an average weight loss if you just dieted, right? But he was working 84 hours a week, so he was sleeping like 4 hours a day. He's like in his 50s, but he felt fantastic. And this is someone that has never taken supplements before, and I got him on every single supplement. So you got to imagine someone taking 0 pills, all of a sudden taking 10, 12 capsules twice a day.
Yep.
How did I do? And obviously in the beginning, he wasn't like as consistent. He was taking it like once a day. But then because I was like on him all the time and I emphasized how important it is for his health, especially being that old, especially working that much and not having enough sleep and not drinking enough water and like not having time to make meals and all that stuff. I emphasized how important these products are going to be for him. Yeah. And that's why he got amazing results. Like at the end of the day, he lost like 27 pounds in like 4 months, which isn't crazy, but he's like referring me customers already. He's super excited, and he actually ended up joining as a rep later and got an ultimate pack because we just sold him, hey, get 3 months of whatever you're already using up front, and you can actually like stock up and just you know, be a rep and be in the referral program. And he was totally down for it, you know? So it just really goes to show how important following up is. And even if it's someone that just got one product, like if you have someone that just got Optimals, you got to make sure they use it consistently twice a day, making sure they're taking 3 capsules of vitamins and 2 capsules of minerals all the time. Right. Because then they're going to feel a difference when they're taking the recommended dosage.
Exactly.
You know?
You have a
What's the
question?
like time duration between and so after you finish something?
Well, you're supposed to talk to them, do the product opening when they get the product, right? And then usually what I do is I make sure the second day they're still using it because it takes 3 weeks for people to really get a good habit going, and it takes another 3 weeks for them to actually like not need you anymore, but things happen, right? This person went on vacation, for example, for a month in Brazil. So when he came back, I messaged him again. Like I literally put on my calendar, this is when he's going to come back. And I messaged him and I said, hey, are you back? Why? Because I want him to get on auto delivery again because I knew he was running out of products. Like I timed it, and it's not that much work if you just have a system going for you. Like just put in your calendar. I don't keep track of like, oh, it's been 2 days. It's not like he's the only person I think about, right? But if I put it on my calendar, I don't have to, I don't remember. Like Zula, for example, like I help her manage her auto delivery because she doesn't use the computer as much, but I don't mind. But what I do is I literally have her account number and then when her auto delivery process is on my calendar. So whenever that day comes, I remember I need to message her to see what other products she wants and to see like what she's running out and what other. I remember one time she mentioned that she had like back problems and stuff, so I recommended Magnicel D, right? But it's like if you don't talk to your customers, you're not going to know what's actually going on, and they're not going to usually talk to you about it because people don't like bothering people. Sometimes they feel like, oh, I know this person sold me something, but I don't want to like, sometimes, have you guys ever bought something you don't really like and you don't like use anymore, but you don't bother returning to the store? You don't bother calling the store. You're just like too much other things going on, right? Yeah, so you just don't bother anymore. So following up is so important. Like meet up with them, or like, I actually don't meet up with this person that often, but I met up with him the first time because he got a lot of products. I made sure I opened it, like make sure you open the product with them. Just because you explained it, you'd be surprised how lazy sometimes people are. Like they're lazy to open the plastic bags, so open it for them. Once it's open, they're gonna be like, oh, okay. And especially if you put it in a pill box, they're definitely gonna be using it, so get them a pill box like as a gift or something, so especially if they purchase a lot. But if they only bought one product, you still want to make sure you follow up with them, especially if someone just is a one-time customer. You want them to eventually get on more product, right? If you don't want to waste your time doing that sample party, I would make sure I talk to them every single day. Hey, did you take your Rejuvenex today? How did you feel? And tomorrow, hey, did you try Rejuvenex? Maybe do it in the afternoon this time, like, did you try it? Try different things. And with that one product, you'll be surprised as you're just communicating with them. What if they said something like nothing about the product? What if they said something like, oh dude, I just broke I sprained my ankle like running today, and you can be like, dude, you gotta try the ice. But because you're communicating with them, now you can give more product recommendations, and this is something that you'll notice that people that run a really successful business, they're very in tune with the customer base. Like they really care about their people, but if you don't talk to them, they're not going to just come up to you and like be like, oh, what else can I buy? But you'll be surprised because over time, like this person that came back from vacation, he's like, hey Becky, I'm back, I actually didn't gain that much weight in Brazil. I'm still 162, but my goal is 155 still. Because before he left, he said his goal was 155, and he was never able to hit that goal. But he's not depressed. He's like still happy, And he came back, and then he's like, yeah, my goal is still 155. So what I'm gonna do now is to get him on another clinical pack, so he can keep on losing the weight, right? And because of his age and how much he works, like. I know like he needs to stay on the supplements, and I already told him like 4 months ago when I first presented to him, because I wanted to make sure he start, because sometimes when you tell people something, they don't. It's exposure, right?
Exactly.
The more you tell them, the better. Like the first time when he was sitting at this table and we presented to him, he didn't want to buy the water bottle. He's like, oh, he's like, oh, I have water all the time at work, and I never really need to buy water, and then we have a water system at home, and so he never did it. And then I kid you not, throughout the process as I was supporting him, this is when Purity first was launching, and a lot everybody was really excited. I would send him pictures of it. I'll be like, like I'll be telling him like, see if you got this, because I asked him, I said, how much water do you drink today? Because it's important on the Sunrise program, right? He's like, oh, not enough, like I need to drink more. And I kept telling him, if you had a Purity with you, you'll want to drink more water, because it just, when you have it with you and you can always refill it, it's so much easier, you know? And also it just, there's something about like sucking on that bottle. It's like a pacifier. Like you just want to suck on it, you know, like it feels good. Like it just, yeah, it just like, I mean, I like sucking on it all the time. It just, yeah, it's like a straw, right? Like it's a lot easier than trying to like drink, gulp it down a lot. Yeah. So I think, so because I mentioned it a couple times, and finally one time, because I kept following up on how much water he was drinking every day, and he just wasn't drinking enough water. And I told him that's number one reason why he's not losing weight as quickly. And because I exposed him multiple times, he's like, okay, get me 3 water bottles. And I'm like, okay. He's like, because he wants to give one to his daughter and son too.
Exactly.
But yeah, so you just, that's how you like expand your, you know, customer base.
Exactly.
Right?
My question is, does that seem difficult to do for a couple people? Does everyone here feel you can support maybe 4 people like that? You know? And then I think this is, imagine you had 10 reps, each having 4 customers supported like that as well too. You know, imagine you had 100 reps that all do the same thing as well too. How this business works, everything you do gets duplicated. Yeah. Every single thing. All right. Can you imagine you had 400 customers supported like that? How rock solid would your business be? 400 people in a clinical pack. Can we do the quick math? That's 10,000 points. Let's say that's on a pay line. That's what, $1,500 a month residual. Easy. Just like that. All right. My next question would be, you can answer yourself. Do you do it to the detail that Becky does? And if not, why not try it? Why not try it? Do you think that can make a difference in your business? Oh, and it's so much fun because you develop a relationship with them, you know? Okay. So accountability is so key. What I think is when they get the product, their transformation is my future billboard. All right. Their transformation is my future billboard right there. Okay. All right. Any questions so far? Yes. Yes.
Two like older women customers.
Right.
And I was the presenter.
Yep.
And so I wanted to follow up and I wanted to
yes.
give them like accountability.
Yep. Yep.
People asked me like, hey, I need help taking a picture because then it was
right.
Like, janky.
Yeah.
So how do I like what's your approach to doing that?
If they're a woman, they need help taking a picture?
Yeah, especially like if they're older and they don't feel as comfortable.
Right. One thing is you could just ask if you could do it. I took Zula's pictures. You know, real cool. If not, then you could have someone else like Liz, maybe. She could take a picture. Or have a friend take a picture.
Like they don't need to be in like sports bras. They just need to be in tight clothes. Like wear a shirt that's real. Did you see Mary Jo's picture?
Yeah.
Her first picture, she was just wearing a really small tank top that she didn't fit, but it was her clothes. You know, and so she's just wearing clothes. You know, so just really tight so you can kind of see where they're losing. Yeah. I mean, don't wear a long sleeve, right? Like maybe just a cut off shirt and tight shorts.
Exactly. All right. Good. Sounds good. Fantastic. And one more thing. Who is in charge of the follow-up? Okay. Yeah. Let's say your guest, your friend, your rep brought the guests. Okay. Big mistake I see. You let the rep follow up with their own customer. And why is that the case? Because remember, they're new. They haven't used the products themselves. They're confused themselves. So as a presenter, I take it my personal responsibility to say, I need to make sure I can help them. Unless your rep is already trained, right? Like Hill is a customer, I know Hill knows the products, you know? But most of the time, especially when they're new, you adopt them. Yeah. You adopt them. Becky adopted Becky's mom's customer. Can you imagine she didn't do that? You know, that'd be all bad. So, all right. Do we have the stuff? Oh, gotcha. So you guys came here and we have some cool things, potentially. What are they? We have not gone out there and done something like this in a long time. All right. You took your Sunday out. Some of us, you had a training fee, but time and everything combined, it's a big investment right there, you know? But did you guys learn something today? All right. All right. I want to see a lot of great sample parties going. And it's so much fun. You just got to do it. Remember, you can start at any time. And the best way is just do them. But reflect after every single one. For those that did not get an ID today, please, like ASAP, make one, record it, send it to me. I would love to review it, give some feedback, help you come up with one you're really excited about, right? But this can go out there. This is a skill. I will tell you this can change your business for life. And it's so simple, but it's these details that are missed, okay? So if you notice, just to recap really quick, number one, the key is you want to adopt them as your friends. Remember, that's why I follow up, because they're my friends. If you care about your friend, you want to make sure they actually do well in the products, you know? Yeah, if you see your friend not using the products, you will keep them. You're like, use your products, man. You know, you got to go chug them with supplements right now, right? So we want to make sure we adopt them. Have fun with it, you know? Get better. The presentation, of course, go out there and, of course, practice that. And then when the close, practice doing that calculation. All right, you want it to feel like you're an expert. Have you ever sat down with someone, they're doing a calculation for you? You know, maybe you're, I don't know, they're calculating like a cashier or something, right? You want them to feel like this is like easy for them, right? Don't be like, oh my God, what was this? How do you do that? Oh, I messed up, you know? You want that to be smooth and the transaction be nice and good, all right? But what we want to do is we want to make sure that for us that are trained now, I want to see how good you guys are in this in the field, okay? Practice makes improvement. But with these skills, I'm telling you this, your impact have gone up probably at least 2 to 3 times. Okay? So my question to you first is, in here, who here has done your own sample party before? You've conducted one before. Who here has not yet? Okay, we got half-half, which is cool. All right? So what's great is this, is we can go out there. Now I think everyone is capable of doing it. Any other questions before anything else? Fantastic. Yes. How do I schedule product opening? Fantastic. So oh, that's a great question. So number one is you can actually track your customers' packages. All right. You can call corporate. They can, you know how you can check your own, you can check theirs as well too. So if they have a PCID, you just look up their PCID. If you just order it through a rep's account, you can look through their order history. But the easiest way, just call corporate and you can get that. That's a great question. Fantastic. And I'll let them know when I send them up, hey, when you get your products, let me know. You can even do that as well too. If you just have absolutely no way to track it, like let me know. But you give it a couple days. Did you know now with every single new rep, every single new PC as well too, right? You actually get free priority shipping with your first order. You know? Yeah, which is cool. So what we want to do is this, great question, is we have a little contest for this week. Now, what's that wager? Okay. Now we're thinking long and hard, and we're like, you know what? We got some pretty cool stuff right there. And one thing we want is, especially when you're a sample party too, what I like to do is, this is a great place to rock some accessories, some gear. Because you know what happens is if they see that you do decently well, then a lot of times they'll ask you buying questions about the business, you know? So we have a couple things, all right? So it depends what you want. We have number one, 2 options. We have, first of all, anyone that is into ties, we actually have a Versace tie right here. Versace was one of my first goals to get a tie because I saw them rock, my uplines rocking this. They retail for like $200. I'm like, man, that costs more than my entire wardrobe. Favorite color, a nice purple tie. I got a nice Medusa head right here as well too. And you rock it, you know, boom, you got that going on. All right. So we have a Versace tie. For those of you that have one, it's always great to have some varieties too. Okay? Or we also have a Versace scarf. This one got a big old Medusa head right on it. It has the Versace symbols all around the corners. Yes, Becky honestly didn't want to keep this one. You know, so imagine rocking that. Exactly. This one, let me see this real quick. Yeah, I like this part. Imagine, boom. It's got a big old head right there, you know? Yeah, the other side is actually even better. Boom.
Turn it to stone.
Yeah, scarves are like $200, man, you know? So, who here wouldn't mind winning one of these? All right.
Let's go up here.
So just for you guys, no one else, just you guys. You guys came. Because we can only guarantee that you guys know the stuff, all right? No one else. Everyone that didn't come, they missed out, man. They missed out on this, okay? So time frame this week. We got a lot of things ending this week. We have our VIP event, of course, the next Saturday, our potluck going on. That's going to be a lot of fun. But at Academy, our goal is to award this. The question is to who? And how do you win it? All right? It's going to be to the top performer. And how do you do it? Well, number one, you need to conduct at least 2 sample parties this week. Okay? At least 2. With a minimum of 2 people each. Why? A one-on-one is not a party. It just doesn't have a name, you know? Right? So get creative. Remember, my mom brought 3 friends to my first sample party. I had 5 guests at my first sample party, right? You want more people at these, okay? So 2 minimum per sample party, and take a picture. Take a selfie, do whatever it is, all right? People have fun taking selfies, you know? So of course, have fun with that. And then what you must do is minimum to even qualify for this, acquire at least 1 preferred customer, 1 rep from these sample parties, and at least 500 points minimum of an initial order total, okay, of all the people. So let's say you had 4 customers, they're all about 125 points each. That's 500, you hit the minimum there, okay? Winner is the one that accumulates the most points total, okay? Make sense?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's say we have 5 people that do over 500, but then one of them does 1,000, that's the top one, they will win, okay? Let us know by Friday. We'll be checking up. And of course, at the Academy, we will award whoever that's going to be. Fantastic. Is that a question, Liz? What's up? Yes. 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 What I would do, I give them all the sheet. And I'm like, hey, I'll go over to you guys, check off what you were interested in, have some in mind. But I'm going to chat with Bob first. You know, so while they're looking at that, I'm like, hey, Bob, let's get your stuff. And you know what? Like, go for the most positive one first. You know what's going to happen? I remember I had one with 3. And what happened is there was 1 that was very negative, 2 that were positive. So I talked to the positive one first. They got a clinical pack. All right. Then I talked to someone, they got a clinical pack. Then the 2 were like, hey, to the negative one, you need to use this. We're on this too. You need to buy this.
You know,
So
when you buy something, you just want other people to buy it too.
You do.
To make sure you bought the right thing.
You do.
Yeah, so they will actually help you
Yep.
sell.
Exactly. That's why I like having it being a multiple, because one-on-one, it's a little bit more direct, you know, so you have to be a little soft. But multiple people, you can use that environment towards you. Great question. All right.
Does it count we do some part for our downline?
Oh, yes. Yes. Actually, yes. Good question. It counts as long as you're conducting it. If you have a teammate and you did the sample party and you did this, that works as well too. Okay. So as long as you conducted it, makes sense? So let's say Kenneth had Bob as his downline. Bob had a first sample party with his family. Boom. That counts. Good question.
I have a question too. So if this is because for the VIP event,
Yes.
it's directors and above that can get involved.
Right.
If you're a manager and then you also conduct a sampling party for your rep, that also counts.
It won't count for the VIP. Yeah, go director. You could go director doing that. Just get someone in your pay line, get them a good couple sample parties, you know? You got a strategy going on, you know? But you're overdoing it. It's fantastic. You got it. Good question. Fantastic. Any other questions? Yes. Yes. The only thing changes, you have to be extra expressionate, extra excited. And it takes a little, and then I use Zoom. I like to share screen, the ARC support. It's a little tougher, but it's possible. I just did one with 6 people in Texas, and we got like 3 customers.
Yeah, but it's better if there's someone there. So our rep is in Texas, and he got an ultimate pack. So he already had all the samples there. So it's a lot easier because otherwise you don't know if they're paying attention.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll probably ask a lot more questions to keep them engaged.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Next level stuff. Yes.
For the 500 points.
Yes.
Combination.
Combination. Everything. You got it. Perfect. So who here wants the tie? Sure. Who here wants a scarf? Who here is gonna win? That's when it gets interesting.
Isn't it so nice, guys? You're doing what you're supposed to do, but you get things for free, you know? And honestly, the reason we do this is because honestly, that's what when we were new in the business, we like a lot of the things I have, I won it through contests that was thrown by Duke and Sheila. And unfortunately, I can't really do that right now, but you know, so we're paying it forward. But when we were new, like we want, like actually for my Versace purse, I won that because of a sample party contest that they threw. And it was when we first started doing sample parties and similar contests. It's just how many preferred customer and how much volume, you know. And I was able to win that. And it's like you get things that you enjoy, but also markets your business. But you're doing things that you're supposed to do to build your business.
Can you imagine you're rocking this tie, for example, and then you go around, people are like, "Where'd you get that from?" I went at work. Where do you work? You know, I want that type of bonus. You know what type of bonus they get? An In-N-Out gift card or something, you know? Or you rock this scarf, you know? They're like, where'd you get that from? Oh, man. Yeah, I have generous colleagues of mine, you know? I won this. You see how that works? Man, this stuff is cool. Rock this to your sample parties everywhere. Life is good, okay? Other than that, guys, this starts now. I heard some people even have sample parties today. So I won't say who, because then you might be like, oh my goodness, you know? But there's plenty of time, right? So be creative. Andrew brought up a good point. You can also do sample parties for your teammates. You know? So that's you can do all types of sample parties right there. All right, cool. On that, guys, do you guys have fun today? Yes. Perfect. Give yourselves a big round of applause.